Check, check. Hello, check. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020, organized by the Planning Department, Government of Manipur. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind everyone gathered here to kindly follow the SOPs prescribed by the Department of Health and Family Welfare. Please ensure wearing of face mask at all times, regular use of hand sanitizers, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet among yourselves. Hand sanitizer dispensers are installed at strategic locations around the venue. We have also arranged your seats according to the minimum standard of SOP. Please do not move, displace, or take off the yellow sellotape that has been placed on the chairs, and please do not displace the chairs from its original positions. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Startup Manipur, or the Manipur Startup Scheme, is taken up under the aegis of the Planning Department. It aims to make Manipur one of the top startup destinations in Northeast India by providing the most enabling ecosystem to support and nurture startups in the state. Manipur Startup Scheme is the government's most forward attempt to promote innovative businesses in the state. It aims to promote sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities in the state. The Manipur Startup Scheme was launched in the year 2017-18. It has 4 categories, namely Revenue, Idea, Entrepreneur Support Scheme, and Stand Up Manipur. The 4th category, Stand Up Manipur, was added as a new category in the year 2019-20 to promote first-time ventures of SC, ST, OBC, women, minorities, differently abled entrepreneurs in establishing their businesses in manufacturing, services, or the trading sector. 3-round selection of beneficiaries under the Manipur Startup Scheme have been conducted since 2017. Out of 1,162 enterprises targeted for support, 877 startups have been provided subsidies and loan support in partnership with several banks, namely Bank of Baroda, MSCB, United Bank of India, the Union Bank of India, Central Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, to name a few. The Manipur Startup Program has promoted many innovative and fast-growing businesses and created an ecosystem of innovative businesses in the state. Some of the revenue stage startups have scaled up their businesses by increasing annual sales and generating more employment. Today, in this auspicious gathering of the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020, we will witness 272 beneficiaries receiving loans and grants amounting a total of rupees 525 lakhs under 3 categories, namely Startup, Revenue, and Idea stage. The beneficiaries of the Stand-Up Manipur category are Arambam Tilotama Devi of MS Ahenba Products, Wangjam Inakhunbi Devi of MS Inakhunbi Weaving Center, Thiam Arun Kumar Singh of MS AK Electronic Sales and Servicing Center, Oinam Dhaneshwari Devi, MS Gyanendro Hardware, Gurumayum Shanti Devi of Shanti Handloom, Samukcham Thomba of MS Digital Equipment Center, Yumnam Tomthinganbi Devi of IMA Marketing, and Ningthaujam Bijoy Singh of MS Job Center. Ladies and gentlemen, the beneficiaries under the revenue category of the Manipur Startup Scheme 2018-19 are Sanasam Gope Singh of KK Enterprises, Rajkumari Riki Devi of Box and Cards, Tikendra Singh Nunglepam of Nekatil Solutions Private Limited, Robert Naurem of Robert Naurem Studio and Academy, and Piyananda Singh Wahengbam of Covigen Technologies and Solutions Private Limited. Ngasi September gi tang 13 yaifaraba irai numit asida Manipur Planning Department na ahumlak suba oina sinjariba Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 asibu sarugya belak piriba maya pumnamakpu Planning Department ki maikei degi taramna okchari ngasi gi thoramasi matam chana hongnabagi damak sem saba lusinjare aduna tinbiriba mayam pumnamakna thorom pangthok jagadoriba hol asigi manungda changbirakuna isa isa gi fampham langda lengsin binaba ningsingjari amadi sinja langjariba singna semduna thamjariba seating arrangement asi kahen bidanaba ningsingjari. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manipur Startup Scheme is taken up under the aegis of the Planning Department. It aims to make Manipur one of the top startup destinations in Northeast India by providing the most enabling ecosystem to support and nurture startups in the state. The Manipur Startup Scheme has 4 categories, that is Revenue, Idea, Entrepreneur Support Scheme, and Stand Up Manipur. The 4th category, Stand Up Manipur, was added as a new category in the year 2019-20 to promote first-time ventures of SC, ST, OBC, women, minorities, differently abled entrepreneurs in establishing their businesses in manufacturing or service or the trading sector. Under the idea stage, anyone who has a scalable business idea but needs the help of converting the idea to profitable businesses are eligible. The benefits under this category include mentorship and 3 months boot camp. A sum of rupees 3 lakhs is provided as subsidy or grant in 2 installments of 1.5 lakhs each. Under the revenue category, any entrepreneur in revenue stage generating scalable and innovative product or service up to 7 years old business but needs the guidance and funding to scale up the businesses are eligible. The benefits include support up to a project of 1 crore, of which 30% is given as subsidy or grant under the Manipur Startup Fund, 65% comes as loan from bank, and 5% as equity support from the business owner. The partner leading bank evaluates the proposal and decides the loan amount. The disbursement of loan would be in various installments spread across a year or 2 based on the proposal agreed with the partner bank. Under the Entrepreneur Support Scheme category, any existing business which needs financial or capital support to bring innovation and to grow and scale up their businesses are eligible. The benefits of this category includes selected business unit is provided a short duration of 3 days business incubation program facilitated by the Startup Sale of Planning Department of the Government of Manipur. Support of rupees 3 lakhs, subsidy of rupees 1 lakh only, and 2 lakh as loan are provided by the partner banks. Under the stand-up category, the eligibility criteria are Only first-time ventures of SC, ST, OBC, women or minority entrepreneurs, age of above 18 years, businesses in the manufacturing or servicing or trading sector, condition of innovation may not be mandatory. In case of non-individual enterprises, at least 51% of the shareholding and controlling stake should be held by either an SC, ST, OBC, women, minority entrepreneur. Applicant business should obtain bank appraisal and clearance for bank loans. The benefits include support up to a project of rupees 1 crore, of which 30% is given as subsidy of grant, maximum up to rupees 30 lakhs. Under the Manipur Startup Fund, 65% comes as loan from bank and 5% as equity support from the business owner. The partner leading bank will evaluate the proposal and decide the loan amount. Leading agencies can give more than 1 crore provided the applicant meets all the bank requirements, but a total grant or subsidy will be at a maximum of rupees 30 lakhs. Ladies and gentlemen, may I once again remind everyone gathered here to kindly follow the SOPs prescribed by the Department of Health and Family Welfare. Please ensure wearing of face mask at all times, regular use of hand sanitizers, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet among yourselves. Hand sanitizer dispensers are installed at strategic locations around the hall. We have also arranged your seats according to the minimum standard of SOP. Please do not move or displace the chairs from its original position. Thank you. Once again, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 organized by the Planning Department, Government of Manipur. We will be starting the program shortly. Please settle down and stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manipur Startup Scheme is taken up under the aegis of the Planning Department. It aims to make Manipur one of the top startup destinations in Northeast India by providing the most enabling ecosystem to support and nurture startups in the state. It is the government's most forward attempt to promote innovative businesses in the state. It aims to promote sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities in the state. The Manipur Startup Scheme was launched in the year 2017-18. It has 4 categories, namely Revenue, Idea, Entrepreneur Support Scheme, and Stand Up Manipur. The 4th category, Stand Up Manipur, was added as a new category in the year 2019-20 to promote first-time ventures of SC, ST, OBC, women, minorities, or differently abled entrepreneurs in establishing their businesses in manufacturing, services, or the trading sector. 3-round selection of beneficiaries under the Manipur Startup Scheme have been conducted since 2017. Out of 1,162 enterprises targeted for support, 877 startups have been provided subsidies and loan support in partnership with several banks, namely Bank of Baroda, MSCB, United Bank of India, Union Bank of India, Central Bank, and Bank of Maharashtra. The Manipur Startup Program has promoted many innovative and fast-growing businesses and created an ecosystem of innovative businesses in the state. Some of the revenue stage startups have scaled up their businesses by increasing annual sales and generating more employment. Today, in this auspicious gathering of the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020, we will witness 272 beneficiaries receiving loans and grants amounting a total of Rs 525 lakhs under 3 categories, namely Stand-up category, Revenue category, and Idea stage. We have 8 beneficiaries under the Stand-up category today, 5 beneficiaries under the Revenue category, and a total of 259 beneficiaries under the Idea stage. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, will be arriving shortly. May I request everyone to kindly take your designated seats and settle down. We will begin the program with the arrival of our chief guest. May I also remind everyone gathered here today to kindly follow the SOPs prescribed by the Department of Health and Family Welfare. Please ensure wearing a face mask at all times, regular use of hand sanitizers, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet among yourselves. Hand sanitizer dispensers are installed at strategic locations around the venue. We have also arranged your seats according to the minimum standard of SOP. Please do not move or displace the chairs from its original positions. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today's program is broadcasted live on our local TV channels, Impact TV and ISTV network. It is also streamed live on KhutSem Live YouTube channel. On behalf of the organizers, we thank our media houses for connecting this event, this hall, to our local and global viewers. May I repeat once again? Today's program is broadcasted live on our local TV channels, namely Impact TV and ISTV network. It is also streamed live on KhutSem Live YouTube channel. On behalf of the organizers, we thank our media houses for connecting this event to our local and global viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, will be arriving shortly. May I request everyone to kindly take your designated seats and settle down. We will begin the program with the arrival of our chief guest. Until then, please stand by. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh, has reached the venue. Please rise to welcome our chief guest. Please settle down. Now, with the arrival of our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh, and all our dignitaries, may I once again welcome all our dignitaries, invitees, officials, people from the media, and everyone gathered here to the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 organized by the Planning Department, Government of Manipur. Ladies and gentlemen, Manipur Startup Scheme under the aegis of the Planning Department is the government's most forward attempt to support innovative and fast-growing businesses in the state. It aims to make Manipur one of the top startup destinations in the Northeast India by providing the most enabling ecosystem to support and nurture budding entrepreneurs in the state. In the past 2 years, 877 startups have been provided with loans and grants, following which we have seen their businesses expand. The department has compiled a short documentary showcasing the journey and success story of a selected few enterprises. So, today, on this happy occasion, we bring to you the same short film titled, "Turn Your Idea into Opportunity." Please sit back and enjoy the video.
With Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Startup India bringing on an entrepreneurial ecosystem, a new wave is sweeping across Manipur with a generation of resourceful and determined Manipuris and their brand of products of Made in Manipur, changing the developmental narrative of the state. Dweller, a charming tea and snack shop, the buzzy tea shop selling artisanal tea flavored with extracts from locally available fruits and herbs.
There's so much of natural produce in Manipur that tastes good and is healthy. Dweller uses these trends to create new opportunities.
Dweller is one of the many businesses that have emerged in Manipur in recent times. A number of young enterprising Manipuris are making their own fortunes with independent ventures, from fashion labels to food startups. The government of Manipur is taking advantage of this by committing Rs 60 crores for 2 rounds to further boost the startup ecosystem. Under the Startup Manipur initiative, online submission are invited for supports in the form of subsidized loans ranging from few lakhs to a maximum of 1 crore rupees from startups in the revenue stages and those in the idea stages. Selection processes include a pitching session and bank appraisal. For those shortlisted in the revenue stage, financial support is awarded immediately upon clearance by the bank. Boot camp for inputs on management skills and business know-hows, lectured by academicians and experts, are organized for businesses shortlisted under Entrepreneurship Support Scheme ESS and those in the idea stages. Out of the 502 businesses that applied for support in the first round 2018, funding and loan support were provided to 29 innovative businesses at the revenue stage, 105 firms at the ESS stage business, and 200 businesses at the idea stage at the Startup Manipur Conclave 2018. In the second round, 3,966 businesses applied for support and 42 businesses at the revenue stage, 177 businesses at the ESS stage, and 575 idea stage businesses got the Startup Support Fund at the Startup Manipur Conclave 2019. What is significant is the observation by the manager of the Bank of Baroda, a bank which supported 30 ventures in 2018.
Bank of Baroda was given to apprise 45 startup applicants for the very first round in 2018. Now when I received the 45 applicants and myself along with my team, we have went and inspected to each and every site of whether the business that they're dealing with was either in the manufacturing or in the services sector. We have done a certain round of counseling. We have taken out the CIBIL and the credit history of all the applicants. And when I went and inspected on each and every site, after a thorough screening, we have rejected 16 applicants and 29 startups were selected by Bank of Baroda under the revenue stage. And now that 1 year has passed, and again when the second startup round also came up, Bank of Baroda again participated, and I would say that as far as the first round which we have given, none of the 29 startup applicants which are under the revenue stage, there were not a single defaulter is there. Everyone is repaying the loan on time and the business are also running successfully and they are creating revenue.
What is even more encouraging, besides not defaulting on loans, is that the businesses are making real money and their success stories have had a multiplying effect on the economy. Hillwild. This is Zenarin Stephen and Leolan Vashum, who jointly founded Hillwild, a private limited company based in Ukhrul district, Manipur, manufacturing artisan chocolates infused with locally sourced indigenous ingredients. Hillwild stands for palatable, unique products sourced from Northeast India. When they were deciding on chocolate as their first product, they knew there were already many flavors the world over. So they chose to rely on local flavors unique to Northeast region, like the ghost chili infused chocolate or the roasted pumpkin seed infusion. Hillwild was just a year old when they applied for support under the startup Manipur in 2018. At that time, their annual revenue stood at Rs 48 lakhs, with a customer base of about 40 retailers spread across Northeast India. In less than a year after getting support under the startup Manipur, they have grown 4 times in terms of annual revenue generation from 48 lakhs to Rs 2 crores. Their customer base grew to 200. Besides having an online presence on www.ilando.com, they have now entered Indian metros like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore and various gifting platforms.
At a stage when a company is growing with the products being a hot commodity in the market, it was, very tempting to not go for the big fish. So when Startup Manipur came out, it was the big fish for us. That was what we could, use to expand and grow. That was how we could do it.
Right, right. So when the startup program was announced, we went through the nomination and the selection. So we had the opportunity to pitch in front of our CM, and we did, and we got selected. So the planning department came and did the inspection, and also the Bank of Baroda gave us subsidies of, the government gave us subsidies of 30%. So the loan that we got, we have utilized it for our next level. These are the chocolate trees.
Besides production, they are also growing cocas under the Sustainable Community Farming Initiatives. They have also started a farmers network consisting of 25 farmers towards developing of an ecosystem for sustainable farming of organic crops and to address gaps in supply of raw materials. Food Wi-Fi, a food delivery company. Meet Vicky Chand and Kennedy, who pioneered food delivery service in Manipur with their company, Food Wi-Fi.
We knew we could grow as a business, but fund constraint was always a hurdle.
Yeah, right.
And that is when we applied for the revenue stay startup under the Startup Manipur scheme.
And that was a game changer moment for us.
Yes.
We got selected and received a sum of 20 lakhs with the subsidy of 30% from Manipur Startup Scheme. And with this solid support, we could push our sales to our all-time high record. And we would like to thank our Chief Minister and Biren Singh of Manipur for his vision of extending support to young entrepreneurs like us.
A year after the government infused support to the young startup, Food Wi-Fi has grown 3 times. With a customer base of about 5,000 and a benchmark of 50 orders per day, the food delivery company grossed Rs 35 lakhs in 2018-19. A year after the startup support, their customer base shot up to 20,000 households and were handling 300 deliveries daily with an annual revenue of Rs 1.2 crores. Synergy Engineering and Environmental Solution. Loitungbam Bidhan Chandra considers himself a crusader for green energy. A former IT professional, Bidhan turned to entrepreneurship to address sustainable development needs. In October 2016, he founded Synergy Engineering and Environmental Solution, a social enterprise for sustainable energy solutions, manufacturing as well as marketing biomass stoves and briquettes.
Our main focus is converting waste biomass. It can be forest waste, agriculture waste, and produce a biofuel, solid biofuel, which can be a replacement of firewood, which can be used in industrial application as well as semi-commercial application. Currently, our main focus area is the biomass briquettes, which is a solid fuel which can act as a replacement for firewood, as well as energy efficiency devices, in which the fuel wood consumption is reduced by up to more than 60 to 70% if it's used properly with our energy efficient devices and our fuel both combined together.
So far, Synergy's biomass cooking stoves have reached 10,000 plus households. Our commercial stove is cooking for 8,000 plus students every day in Manipur. On an average, Synergy currently receives 500 plus number of orders for their energy efficient stoves in a month from across the northeastern state, especially from Nagaland. Upon receiving the grant of Rs 30 lakhs from the government of Manipur and a loan of Rs 65 lakhs from the Bank of Baroda as a beneficiary of the Startup Manipur scheme in 2018, Synergy has successfully installed a briquette manufacturing plant with a capacity of producing 400 plus tons per month, employing 40 plus employees. Presently, the plant produces 8 tons of briquettes in a day and supplies 150 plus tons of briquettes in a month. With this success under their belt, they're hoping to accelerate their production and employ around 400 employees in the future.
It would have not been possible for us to have a sustainable factory without the support from the government of Manipur, without the Startup Manipur scheme. I would like to thank the Chief Minister of Manipur for his personal involvement in the selection process.
KhutSem. Richana KhutSem is a fashion designer who heads a handloom-based fashion brand that has sustainability as its core value. A fashion management graduate from Nottingham Trent University, UK, who served as a textile consultant at the National Institute of Design, NIT, Ahmedabad, returned to Manipur to start KhutSem, a name known for simplicity and minimalistic approach, producing high-quality, contemporary Western as well as Indo-Western women's wear with handloom textiles of Northeast India. Our brand came into spotlight after a collection featured at the Lakme Fashion Week in 2018 in Mumbai. Apart from a flagship store in Imphal, she retails online and stocks at storytellers in Guwahati and Creo in Mumbai. After receiving the startup fund of Rs 1 crores, KhutSem launched its own e-commerce website, effectively increasing the number of potential online customers to 15 to 20 per day within 3 months of launching the website. Total number of sewing machines was increased and upgraded from 5 to 13 machines. A textile production factory with 2 plain power loom machines, 1 dobby machine and a throw shuttle loom has been launched. A new line called Wari, which carries a younger line, catering to a clientele in the age group of 15 to 24, is introduced. Think Green, Think Beyond is the tagline of GB, Green Biotech Eco Solutions, Manipur's first biofertilizer and biopesticide probiotics for livestock and aquaculture inputs manufacturing cum marketing company, founded by Gita Shori Yumnam and Dr. Asem Sundari Devi.
Our company is the first biofertilizer biopesticide manufacturing company in the state of Manipur in the northeastern region of India. Our company is ISO certified and organic certified. We have started our manufacturing unit in 2014 and we got the incorporation certificate in 2016. Our target is to achieve as a leading company for manufacturing of the biofertilizer biopesticide in the world. So our mission is to achieve our state to be a totally organic state.
Currently, Green Biotech Eco Solutions is a company of Rs 1.5 crores annual turnover, employing 25 employees and having over 35 organic products. In 2019, they were selected as a revenue stage startup in Startup Manipur Conclave 2019 and was approved for a subsidized loan of Rs 1 crore.
Since 2014 to 2019, we are on manufacturing for biofertilizer and biopesticide. And due to the increase of the demand from the farmer side, we are also looking for a fund to increase our production capacity. So in 2019, we came to know about the Manipur Startup 2019. So we take part in that, and we were selected for pitching round. And we have done our bank appraisal also, and our project is approved for 1 crore, and now it's on process. So hopefully we'll surely get it very soon. So with this fund, we are trying to, we will increase our production capacity. Now it's 4.5 metric ton production capacity, but with this fund, we'll increase for 9.5 metric ton so that we can increase our production capacity, and also we are trying to distribute more farmers and more marketing channels.
Medilane Health Tech and Consultancy Services Private Limited. Dr. Moirang Thamdayananda, popular as Biren, started Manipur's first private 24/7 ambulance and home healthcare services under the name of Medilane Health Tech and Consultancy Services Private Limited. Biren's mission was to make healthcare and health-related information accessible and brand Medilane as the most trusted home healthcare and ambulance service provider in the state.
We started Medilane when we were doing second year of our MBBS. It began with 1 ambulance and 3 employees. At the time, I would even pilot the ambulance. Gradually, it grew. Our home healthcare service became very strong. We had 3 ambulance and 20 employees with a customer base of 1,000. Annually, we have a cross of the turnover of 17 lakhs in the financial year 2017-18. We were looking for the venture or equity funding or any kind of funding to expand and grow. At this crucial junction, Manipur startup happened and we jumped to this opportunity. Fortunately, we got funding of 1 crore from Manipur Startup Fund with a small subsidy part. So with this funding, we profiled to the next level of Medilane Growth.
With the infusion of ₹1 crore, Medilane could acquire 7 more ambulances, taking the total to 10, and its employment strength grew to 120, including 50 registered nurses for the home healthcare services. Their customer base multiplied to 7,000 and their annual revenue touched ₹1.2 crores. For the current financial year, that is 2019-20, their projected annual revenue is ₹4 crores. Manipur was known as a state slow to witness progress. Not anymore. The border state, hailed as the gateway to Southeast Asia, is fast emerging as the top startup hub of India. From roasted pumpkin seed flavored chocolates to organic lipsticks, herbal tea, biofertilizers, probiotic for livestock, handcrafted contemporary garment manufacturing units, to food and healthcare delivery at doorsteps, lifestyle fitness gym and salon and spa, to fish and strawberry farms, to processed food, homestays and resorts. Manipur is witnessing all and more.
Thank you. It is overwhelming to see how the Manipur Startup Scheme has made such a huge difference in a very short span of time. Now, after that beautiful presentation of some of the selected ventures under the Manipur Startup Scheme, we will now proceed with the main part of the program. May we request our dignitaries to kindly grace their respective seats on the dais. Our officials may kindly escort our chief guest, president, and guest of honor to the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh. Our functional president, the Honorable Minister, Shri T.H. Bishwajit Singh. Our guest of honor, Honorable Minister, Shri L. Jayant Kumar Singh. Honorable Minister, Shri Karam Shyam. Honorable Minister, Shri Letpao Haukip. Honorable Minister, Shri Losi Dikho. Honorable Minister, Shri V. Hankhalian. Honorable Minister, Shri T.H. Radesham. Honorable Minister, Shri Awangbow Newmai, and Honorable Deputy Chairman, SPB, Shri S. Rajen Singh. With the dignitaries on the dais, may we now request our officials of the planning department to welcome our dignitaries with our humble token of love and appreciation, a bouquet and a traditional Lingyan fee. May I request Shri Devesh Deval, IAS, Commissioner Planning Department, to felicitate our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh. Our functional president, the Honorable Minister, Shri T.H. Bishwajit Singh, to be felicitated by Dr. T.H. Munindro Singh, Director, Planning Department, Government of Manipur. Our guest of honor, Shri L. Jayantikumar Singh, Honorable Minister. Our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister, Shri Karam Shyam. Honorable Minister, Shri Letpao Haukip. Honorable Minister, Shri Losi Dikho. Honorable Minister, Shri V. Hankhalian. Honorable Minister, Shri Awangbow Newmai. Honorable Deputy Chairman, SPB, Shri S. Rajen Singh. We thank our officials from the Planning Department for the graceful felicitation. May we now request our chief guest, along with our functional president and guest of honors, to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lamp lighting to officially mark the commencement of the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 has officially commenced. Please give a big round of applause for this event. We thank our dignitaries for the gracious lamp lighting ceremony. May we now invite Shri Devesh Deval, IAS, Commissioner, Planning Department, Government of Manipur, to present the welcome and keynote address.
Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Chief Minister Sir, President of the function, Honorable Minister Shri Bishwajit Singh, Honorable Minister, the guest of honor, Honorable Minister Shri Karam Shyam, Honorable Minister Shri Letpao Haukib, Honorable Minister Shri Losi Diko, Honorable Minister Shri V. Hankanlian, Honorable Minister Shri Awangbow Newmai, Honorable Deputy Chairman, State Planning Board Shri S. Rajan Singh, Honorable members of the Legislative Assembly present here, Chief Secretary Sir, senior officials of the state government, officers from the banks, the participating beneficiaries, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of great honor for me to be standing here and welcoming you all to the start of this Manipur Startup Conclave 2020. It's simply feel wonderful to be here in the midst of all of you, and it really feels nice. And when I stand and speak here and I acknowledge the august presence on the dais, I cannot but feel that it displays the commitment of the government at the highest level to the economic empowerment of our people of our state. Sir, your presence with all our honorable ministers, it really shows the commitment of government of Manipur that a startup scheme is an instrument to achieve the transformation for the economy and for the lives of people of our state, and so it's very, very inspiring. It inspires us not only in the department, sir, but those who are present here in the function and those who are joining us live on the internet, because this event is being live streamed also. I think it serves as a lot of encouragement for them. They would feel encouraged to really not only plan for building their lives beautiful, how they can start, how they can come up with some business idea, how they can do something in their lives, and by that way not only make their own lives and families better, but also contribute to the nation building. So thank you so much, sir, for being here. As a department, we can't really thank you enough for your kind blessings. Friends, this Manipur Startup Conclave started in 2018, and we saw the movie. It's been 2 years of journey. It's been it feels so nice to see what wonderful work we have been able to do in the last 2 years. The scheme is purely initiative of the state government. It is totally funded by the state government. It represents the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister that the future of this place lies in our youth, and if we have to help them, they are the ones who can really change the nature and the future of destiny of our place. So this has 4 components. The startup scheme. The idea is essentially that we support entrepreneurs, the young entrepreneurs who have some idea, they want to do something, but there are constraints, most essentially in terms of funds, because you don't have resources. So how do we give you equity? How do we provide funds for you? That is one constraint. So just to help with that, the scheme was launched, and of course to provide all the supporting infrastructure and ecosystem so that it becomes much more easy and feasible for all of you if you are planning to start some kind of a business. It has 4 major components. One is the idea stage, which means if you have a scalable business idea, then the government provides you support. It is a grant of rupees 3 lakh. It is given in 2 installments, and you have to do an incubation training. So incubation training is not like a normal training. It means you have to be business ready at the end of that training. So we are partnering with Manipur University and Institute of Cooperative Management to have this training. But I'm sure as the scale grows, I think we'll also look forward to having partnership with greater industry and academic institutions. So that is the first leg is the idea stage. The second one is the revenue stage. That is meant to help the existing entrepreneurs and existing businesses. So if you want to scale up, suppose you want to grow in size, you want to have new technology, then this is the relevant part for you. It provides a 30% subsidy component, 5% is the minimum margin from the entrepreneur himself or herself, and 65% is the loan extended by the banks. So the maximum limit is 1 crore and subsidy is 30 lakhs. Now imagine such a huge support, 30 lakhs subsidy by the government. It is no mean achievement really. The third component is, we call it Entrepreneur Support Scheme, or we call it ESS in short. It is just like a revenue stage only. Only thing is this, smaller in size. So not everybody need that kind of money, because you have to repay the loan. It is not the entire thing is subsidy. You have to repay the loan to the bank. So if your requirement is not so much, if you are a micro entrepreneur and you can do with small amount of funds, then we give assistance to those micro entrepreneurs under our ESS scheme, which is subsidy of 1 lakh rupees and a loan component of 2 lakh rupees. This is mostly done through the Manipur State Cooperative Bank. So this is the third part. The fourth component is Stand Up Manipur, we call it. This is just again like a revenue component, but as I mentioned, revenue component is for the existing businesses. What if you want to start a new business? Okay, so in that case, if you are ready with the idea and don't want to go for the idea stage, you just are ready and you want to start a business, then we have this Stand Up Manipur. So it is a greenfield project. The same thing, 30% subsidy subject to maximum of rupees 1 crore. And the special focus under Stand Up Manipur is on the deprived sections of the society. So the SC, ST, OBC population, the women and the minority population will be specially covered under a Stand Up Manipur. I'm really very happy to note today that, sir, in the last 2 years, we've not been able to help under Stand Up, but today we are going to, with your kind blessings, we'll be going to start the very first disbursal of the Stand Up loan component. Today, I think we have 8 beneficiaries who are going to be awarded in this function today. So this will makes it special that today we are going to launch the last component of the startup scheme, which is the Stand Up Manipur. So this will really help us, our young entrepreneurs who want to start something in a greenfield project. So these are the 4 components of the scheme, as we just wanted to share with you. Friends, 2020 is the year of COVID, right? We all undergoing, the world is seeing this World Health Emergency. It's not only in our country, throughout the world. And it has really disrupted life, thrown life completely out of gear. But I think all of us realize that, while we have to be very, very alert and careful about the health aspect of it, how do we, control this epidemic and really, respond in a very robust manner. At the same time, we all realize that life has to go on. And that is why, we have to make sure that we can make a nice balance between the health priority and also the revival of the economy. So I'd like to share with you, because of this lockdown, because of so many difficulties faced all over, a large number of people from Manipur also have to return back to their native place. They were working in, anywhere outside in India. They were all places, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. But because of this extended lockdown and the financial difficulties they were facing, they had to come down. And I remember our Honorable Chief Minister, sir, and our Chief Secretary, we had discussion, and they were very, very concerned about the people who have returned back. So the government as a whole is doing a lot for those people who have returned, largely say you're doing the skill training, you're doing the certification of whatever they know already, and how to ensure placement for them within Manipur, outside Manipur. So all the departments are doing, and respective departments, a lot of outreach programs. But when it comes to our planning department and the Startup Manipur, this is also one way we can help those people who have come back from the outside. So our Honorable Chief Minister is very particular that we as a department in this phase of Startup Manipur really focus on the people who have come back from the outside. Sir, we have planned a few things, sir. We'll do a massive outreach campaign. We'll go to the districts. Because of this, sir, lockdown, there's a lot of focus on webinars. So this is one good thing which has happened. So whether you are in Imphal or Tamenglong or Delhi, it doesn't really matter. So long as you are connected to a net, you can participate in the discussions of the topmost level. So we'll try to have partnership with, say, IIM Shillong. They have entrepreneurial program. Likewise, some very good bodies in Delhi and other places. We will have some webinar series. We can invite experts from our own state. We can invite the successful people you saw, because they are from Manipur himself. So whatever they face, they could share with you. So we'll have those kind of series so that our young people, budding entrepreneurs, they can learn from their experience. And we really want to reach out to them. So those who are ready to do some kind of business, they can take advantage of our scheme, sir. the department has already decided that earlier we used to invite the applications during a limited window. So you can apply for these startup program or scheme only during a certain period in a year, 15 days or 20 days. Now we have make it open and the evaluation will go on concurrently throughout the year. So the idea is that you come to us only when you are prepared. Otherwise what happens if we have only 15 days period, they will just come and submit some applications, and later on when we do the scrutiny, when the banks and the planning department sit together and do the interview of the people, we realize so many things are falling short. And we all understand business is not something easy. If you ask any one of us to start doing business, it is extremely difficult. There are 100 decisions to be made, right? So it takes time to really come with a mature idea. So what we are thinking is that, and our CM sir has already agreed, that we'll keep it open so that when the people are ready, you come with your proposal and then we'll be really willing to help from our side. So that will be one thing that we'll be doing from our side. In addition, we'll try to also strengthen our investment desk in the planning department so that we can cater to the large number of inquiries and the number of applicants that we foresee in the times to come. Sir, we have the banks present here. I would like to make a special mention of our officers from the various banks. This scheme would not have been possible without your active support. So as a department, we remain grateful to you. And we know sometimes we make unreasonable demands, but then I think it is all in the cause of the greater good that, we really want to make things happen and things happen at a very fast pace. So we look forward to continued support all our bankers, and I really from the department side, I'd like to convey a deep sense of gratitude to all of you. Beneficiaries, all of those who are present here, and the budding beneficiaries who are there in the state and the various villages and the remote corners. My request to all of you is that it's a wonderful initiative of the state government of Manipur. It is for you to take good advantage. So be prepared, be very energetic, but at the same time, don't get too over enthusiastic about it. You have to plan very carefully and systematically, and then you have to come to us. You saw the movie, you saw the successful examples. It does not mean they were successful in their first attempt itself, right? They would have met so many failures, and there are others who could not succeed. But then, if you fear failure, we will not be able to do anything in life, right? So, as I say, enterprises might fail, but entrepreneurs do not fail. So all of you who are really want to do something, you should be prepared for a grill. And I think if you are really want to work hard and there's no lack of knowledge in today's world, I think you stand to make very good use of this the scheme that the government has launched. I'll also like to thank my planning department. It's only recently I've joined the department, but I see the full commitment from my team. It's not a very big staff again, but my team is extremely dedicated, very committed, and I feel that, and I really hope that in the times to come, we'll all be able to live up to the expectations that the state has and people in general have from us. I think we should do the more better from our side and really continues to perform very well. Lastly, I'd like to thank once again our Honorable Chief Minister Sir and President Sir and all Honorable Ministers for gracing this occasion. So it really means a lot, and we really hope that under your blessings and guidance, we'll continue to do good work. Thank you all.
We thank Shri Devesh Deval, IAS Commissioner, Planning Department, Government of Manipur, for the keynote address and for setting the tone for this promising event. Ladies and gentlemen, today in this Manipur Startup Conclave 2020, we have invited and allowed only the beneficiaries to enter the hall. We have excluded family, relatives, and friends, and we sincerely apologize for this. Due to the strict SOPs prescribed by the Health Department, we are able to accommodate only the beneficiaries, and we seek your understanding and forgiveness for the same. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for has arrived. For the past few months, the banks and the planning department have been working tirelessly to present to you the budding entrepreneurs of Manipur. Today we have 8 entrepreneurs under the stand-up category, 5 entrepreneurs under the revenue category, and a total of 259 entrepreneurs under the idea category who will be handed the check and the sanction letters. We will be calling out these enterprises category-wise, and in doing so, I seek your cooperation to ensure smooth transition. Please line up near the stage on your right side. according to the sequence that will be called out, and please ensure a minimum distance of 6 feet apart while doing so. First, in the stand-up category, we have Arambam Tilotama Devi of MS Ahenba Products, Thiam Arun Kumar Singh of MS AK Electronic Sale and Servicing Center, Oinam Dhaneshwari Devi of MS Gyanendro Hardware, Guru Mayum Shanti Devi of Shanti Handloom, Samukcham Thomba of MS Digital Equipment Center, Yumnam Tomthinganbi Devi of IMA Marketing, Ningthaujam Bijoy Singh of MS Job Center. May I request our Chief Guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, to kindly do the honors of handing over the checks and sanction letters of the stand-up category. Requesting on stage Arambam Tilotama Devi of MS Ahenba Products, who will be receiving a check and sanction letters of 25 lakhs, 16.25 as a loan component and 7.5 lakhs as subsidy. Thiam Arun Kumar Singh of MS AK Electronic Sales and Servicing Center, receiving an amount of 7 lakhs. Next we have Oinam Dhaneshwari Devi of MS Gyanendro Hardware, receiving an amount of 23 lakhs. Requesting on stage Guru Mayum Shanti Devi of Shanti Handloom, receiving an amount of 23 lakhs. Requesting on stage Samukcham Thomba of MS Digital Equipment Center, receiving an amount of 15.38 lakhs. Next we have Yumnam Tomthinganbi Devi of IMA Marketing, receiving an amount of 3.08 lakhs. Last but not the least, we have Ningthaujam Bijoy Singh of MS Job Center, receiving an amount of 76.92 lakhs. Thank you, and we thank the Honorable Chief Minister for the graceful handout. Next, we have the revenue category. For this, may I request our functional president, the Honorable Minister Shri T.H. Bishwajit, to kindly hand over the sanction letters and checks. The beneficiaries under the revenue category today are Rajkumari Riki Devi of Box and Cards, Tikendra Singh Nunglepam of Nekatel Solutions Private Limited, Robert Naurem of Robert Naurem Studio and Academy, and Piananda Singh Wahengbam of Covision Technologies and Private Limited. First, requesting on stage Rajkumari Riki Devi of Box and Cards, receiving an amount of 28.72 lakhs. Calling on stage Tikendra Singh Nunglepam of Nekatel Solutions Private Limited, receiving an amount of 90.77 lakhs. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for our beneficiaries. Next, we call on stage Robert Naurem of Robert Naurem Studio and Academy, receiving an amount of 100 lakhs. Next, we call on stage Piyananda Singh Wahengbam of Kobigen Technologies and Solutions Private Limited, receiving an amount of 23 lakhs. Thank you, and we thank our functional president, the Honorable Minister, Shri T.H. Bishwajit. Next, we have the idea stage category, and for this, may I request the Honorable Minister, Shri Karam Shyam, to kindly come forward for the handout. The beneficiaries under the idea stage are Yumnam Shirina of Takon Tech, Prathoni Yengkhom Pokoyeng, Nandaibam Alfred Roger, the Apiary Service, Jabungbam Premjit Singh, MS Loktak Fish Farm, Okram Roman Singh, or Co. Requesting on stage Yumnam Shirina of Takon Tech. Yumnam Shirina of Takton Tech. Also requesting Luangcha Surjit Thodam of Pukai, Chongpi Khongshai of MS Chongpi Enterprises, Nongaitim Johnson Singh of Una and Una Solutions, Hizam Rakesh Singh of Yaifure Meats and Eggs to be prepared for the handout. Next, we call on stage Prathoni Yengkhom of Pokoyang. Next, we call on stage Nandaibam Alfred Roger of the Apiary Service. Next, we have Chabungbam Premjit Singh of MS Loktak Fish Farm. Next, we have Okram Roman Singh of OR.co. Thank you, and we thank the Honorable Minister, Shri Karam Shyam, for the graceful handout. May we now request Shri Letpao Haukip, Honorable Minister, to kindly do the next round of handout. And requesting on stage Laishram Vijaya Devi of Global IT Partner. Luangcha Surjit Thongnaujam of Pukai, Chongpi Khongshai of MS Chongpi Enterprises, Nomaitim Johnson Singh of MS Una and Una Solutions, and Hijam Rakesh Singh of MS Yaifare Meats and Eggs. Please be prepared. Please line up near the stage. First, we have on stage Laishram Vijaya Devi of Global IT Partner. May I also request RK Sunildro Singh of RK Daughters Cement and Steel, Satlen Khup Karong, Mercy Serto, Thongbom Lenon Singh, and Ningthojam Nancy to please be prepared for the next round of handout. Laishram Vijaya Devi of Global IT Partner. Next, we have Luangcha Surjit Thongnaujam of Pukai. May I request all beneficiaries whose names has been called out to please stand near the right side of the stage, your right side. Requesting on stage Chongpi Khongshai of MS Chongpi Enterprises. Next, we have Newmai Johnson Singh of MS Una in Una Solutions. Okay. Hijam Rakesh Singh, MS Yaifare Meats and Eggs. RK Sunil Singh, RK Daughters, Cements and Steel. Thank you. We thank the Honorable Minister, Shri Letpao Haukip, for the graceful handout. May we now request Shri Losi Dikho, Honorable Minister, to kindly do the next round of handout. And requesting on stage, Satlenkup Karong of Accra Indigenous Poultry. Hijam Rakesh Singh of MS Yaifare Meats and Eggs. RK Sunil Singh, RK Daughters Cement and Steel. Satlenkup Karong, Accra Indigenous Poultry. Also calling on stage, Mercy Serto of Mercy Floriculture. Thongbom Lenon Singh of MS Findoc. Namairapam Malemnganbi, Laishram Nganthoichenu, M. Dhanapyari Devi, Konthojam Amitabh Mitai, K. Saza are requested to kindly line up near the stage. Thongbom Lenon Singh. Next we have Ningthozam Nancy of Athoibi Bakery. Ningthozam Nancy of Athoibi Bakery, Namairapam Malemnganbi of Ajit and Rani Toys. Laishram Nganthoichanu of Lembicha Nungai Stone Crushing Unit. We thank the Honorable Minister, Shri Losi Dikho, for the graceful handout. May we now request the Honorable Minister, Shri V. Hankhalian, to kindly do the next round of handout. Calling on stage, Namairapam Malemnganbi of Ajit and Rani Toys, Ningthojam Nancy of Athoibi Bakery, Laishram Nganthoichanu of Lembicha Nungai Stone Crushing Unit, M. Dhanapyari Devi of MS Dhanapyari Jewelry, Konthojam Amitabh Mitai of Exo Modern Furniture, K. Saza of MS KS Organic Vegetable Farming. Also requesting Asem Sunil Kumar Singh, Huirongbam, Santi Devi, Lisham Saroja Devi, Soibam Ibomcha Singh, RK Indira, Samurai Lakpam Rina Devi, and Jonti Luikham to kindly line up near the stage. Konthojam Amitabh Mitai of Exo Modern Furniture, K. Saza of MS KS Organic Vegetable Farming, Asem Sunil Kumar Singh, Ibeyaima Hydroponic Farm. Huirongbam Shanti Devi of Kanglai Sinai B Loop. Also requesting KhutSem Ranjita Devi, Thangjam Sanajaubi Devi, Mohammed Helim, Mayanglangbam Premlata, and Mayangbam Kamla Devi to kindly line up near the stage. Lisam Saroja Devi of Natural Fibers and Allied Productions Organization. Soibam Ibomcha Singh of MS Lije's Collection. RK Indira Devi of RK Emporium. Samurai Lakpam Reena Devi of MS Reena Embroidery. Jaunty Luikam of Luikam Enterprises. We thank the Honorable Minister, Shri V. Hankhalian, for the graceful handout. May we now request the Honorable Minister, Shri Awangbow Newmai, to kindly do the next round of handout. Calling on stage, KhutSem Ranjita Devi, Thangjam Sanajauba Devi, Mohammed Helim, Mayanglangbam Premlata, Mayangbam Kamla Devi, Ngasipam, Reena Laima, Nongthombam, Romesh Chandra. First we have KhutSem Ranjita Devi of Ranjita Kabok Industry. Thangjam Sanajaubi Devi of MS Sanajaubi Weaving Center. Thangjam Sanajaubi Devi of MS Sanajaubi Weaving Center. Mohammed Helim of MS Wood Processing and Furniture Manufacturing Enterprises. KhutSem Ranjita Devi of Ranjita Kabok Industry. Mayanglangbam Premlata of MS Nalini Kabok Afaba Production. Also requesting TH Robindro Singh, Nongthombam Sunil, Sapam Surjit Mangang, Mung Singh Luikam, H. Roma Devi to kindly line up near the stage. Mayanglangbam Premlata of MS Nalini Kabok Afaba Production. Mayangbam Kamla Devi, MS MK Textile. Ngasipam Reena Laima of HEI Agro. Nongthombam Romesh Chandra of MS Nongthombam Agro. Thank you, sir. We thank the Honorable Minister, Shri Awangbow Newmai, for the graceful handout. May we now request the Honorable Deputy Chairman, SPB, Shri S. Rajan Singh, for the next round of handout. And requesting on stage, Nongthombam Romesh Chandra of MS Nongthombam Agro, TH Robindro Singh of MS Mushroom Cultivation Cum Production Unit, Nongthombam Sunil of Thaja Drinks, Sapam Surjit Mangang of Digit World, also requesting H. Roma Devi, Thobal Mayum Nandir Shaha, Premika Sorokhaibam, Mathingso Jazo L. Malimgan Bamitai, Okram Johnson Singh, Irengbam Latis Singh, Marilyn Akoizam to kindly line up near the stage. We have on the stage Nongthombam Sunil of Thaja Drinks, Sapam Surjit Mangang of Digit World, T.H. Robindro, Mung Sing Luikham of Lenny's Food Essentials. H. Roma Devi of MS Aroma Textile Industry, Thobal Mayum Nandir Shaha of Arambai Agro Enterprises. Premika Sorokhaibam of HRS Academy and Family Fund Center. Mathingso Zazo, SJ Food Production. L. Malingwan Bamite, Iwe In. Okram Johnson Singh, Farm Waste to Paper and Other Byproducts. Irengbam Latis Singh, Conclave Basket. Thank you. We thank the Honorable Deputy Chairman, SPB, Shri S. Rajen Singh, for the graceful handout. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the huge number of idea stage beneficiaries, we will not be able to call out all 259 beneficiaries on stage, and we sincerely apologize for the same. For those beneficiaries whose names has not been called out, you are kindly requested to collect your check and sanction letters from the counter outside. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you that all categories under the Manipur Startup Scheme except the idea stage category, namely Revenue, Stand-up and Entrepreneur Support Scheme, have two components, a 30% subsidy grant component by the Government of Manipur and a loan component of 65% of the total project cost that is being provided by the banks. Enterprises who have been shortlisted for these innovative products or services under the Manipur Startup Program are appraised by partner banks to support the loan component. In this journey of Manipur Startup Scheme, banks have been playing an essential role in appraisal and clearance for bank loans and also to ensure a feasible business model. The Manipur Startup Scheme initially started with partnership from two banks only, that is the Bank of Baroda and the Manipur State Cooperative Bank. Along the journey, several other banks have also come forward, namely State Bank of India, United Bank of India, Union Bank of India, Central Bank, and the Bank of Maharashtra. Other banks, namely HDFC, Punjab National Bank, MRB, Axis Bank, are also in the process of appraising some applicants. To show our appreciation and acknowledge the role of banks, we would like to felicitate our partner banks for their services and support in the Manipur Startup Scheme. May I request the representative from the Bank of Baroda to kindly come on stage for the felicitation, and may I request our officials from the planning department to kindly grace the representatives from our partner banks with our humble token of love and appreciation. Masigi ikai kumdajag ba uchagadori ba partner bank sing adudi Bank of Baroda. Ma'am Nejolata Hobijamna represent Tobiri amadi Central Bank of India. Central Bank of India Halayut Kumar na represent Tobiri. Central Bank of India Amit Kumar Jha. SBI, Angom, Sangai. Samsung. Masigi Stesa Libiri, Bank of Baroda gi representative, Madam Nejoleta Hobijam. Mathangda Central Bank of India dagi Halayut Kumar amadi Amit Kumar Jha. Mathangda Kokachari SBI gi representative Angom Sangsa amadi Bank of India gi Haubam Rajesh Singh. Mathangda Kokachari states the Manipur State Cooperative Bank Limited tagi Shri A Subhas Singh amadi S Biren Singh amadi Bank of Baroda dagi Kokachari Shri Uttam Mandal. Makhatana states the Kokachari HDFC Bank tagi representative Shri E Surchan Singh. Huzik states the Laibiri Manipur State Cooperative Bank Limited tagi Shri A Subhas Singh. Amadi Shri S Biren Singh. Mathangda Bank of Baroda dagi representative Shri Uttam Mandal. Amadi states the question jari HDFC Bank representative Shri E Surchan Singh. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for the gracious felicitation, and may I once again request a big round of applause for our partner banks. Hauzik thoram makha chathajarakpa oina ngasigi dignitary sing gi mafam dagi wahi khara khatang thambinaba thoram siga mari leinana wahi khara thambinaba gi damakta nolokchage ahambada wahi khara thambinaba Honorable Minister Shri Karam Shyam bu question jari.
Ahamada, Puno Puikai Kumnovosari, species, but one of the Yaudava. Aduna Nasiki Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 City Convention Center at Bangtoliba Sumatoram Nasiki Kai Kumnazariba, Honorable Chief Minister Shri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister Manipur, Shri T.I.S. Bishwajit Singh, Honorable Minister Works, Aduga Langshin Biriba Minister Colleague, Aduga Deputy Planning Shyam and Loina na Langshin Biriba Kai Kunazariba, Honorable MLA Singh, Chief Secretary, Aduga Commissioner Secretary, Todo in Donai Kai Kunazariba, Manipur ki startup ki, the beneficiary Oina Len Biraiba, Loina na officials in Media Gimroma Pangpunama Kai Kunawachari. The same with the Akoi Kangi. Matam Kargi Mamang the D. Saukut Paisi only infrastructure development Sida Saukut Poina Kanaramba. Adu Huzik, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi Jigi Makada, Adu Honorable CMG Leadership Makada Saukut Paisi Human Development, Humanity Giweba, ani si tu na satragadi akoi saukhat pa adi state ama country ma oibang amoi haibagi wakalonda anova policy program ya mama puthoga akoi lag la shu hairaba yamna entrepreneurship ki wakalon laiban harul singh si ungning thogat taba yadi haibagi wakalon siga laukalaiba thabaga si akoi khuding mangna thabok oina onthok na bohona ba kanda asauba daita ma lokpham thoi matam amada ti akoi lag la shu tammaga lairik hairaga government ki white collar job ama phangaga punsi si mahiyan bani haina launarami adu nga sidi matam do haukre ekoina lag la shu tammi si only adi gyan gi namutani education si knowledge gi namutani aduna gyan lerba mioi sing sina ekoi hingba kan da hojiki planning sangi adi ngasi tawgada thabak si ngarang dagi plan tawba adagi thamagi sei manga gi taragi sahi yankhai shamagi planning tawbang ngamba se ekoi taibang mioi bani ha se ekoi loina khang aduna akoi da hingba kan sida akoi kari plan tawraga akoi gi leijari ba resource khara si sinaraga kamaina society sida koi hingani kamai tawna sel thungi phibam phagla hangani haibna sing masing se akoi yam well plan ama adi tawba sangye sum ngasigi thoram siga maroina entrepreneurs adi tungi future ma sengwadroban harul singda piningba wakhalon se maroina akoi da phirep ama laiba aduga akoi na ngasi phangadroba paisa sing se subsidy kaya yauraga subsidy si kak phangbagi wakhalon sumba se khandaba akoi da laiba paisa sing se properly sinaba as masidi subsidy am yaure lag yang kai phangbada sina akoi adi Karam tongthoke gari ma laithoke natragana sumbagi wakalon se tharopa thadariba paisa du fully concentrate tawraga aigi thabak tu da mai pak na bhona ba aduna ngasigi thoram siga mari lenana aina punsida thengna jaba angang ama khaki maming watha pallaga wari dawjamanati 2011 da migi talent duni 2011 gi aduda akoi Manipur da Bisharep anna taurami lari haiba haitaba mayam ama paisa pambadagi adum Bisharep to yausalle adaidi paisa mayam khaijal ro khochal roga ngasai gi website to dum thingjan gi kana paisa to loi mang adangang si loi na bak tieng na paisa si mang khraba matung da ma si paisa mayam to soksal lubudagi mayum da leiba yadaba adi ma si sen thoba mayam sina aduma lo laga jaga amada lei adu magi punsi ji hingbagi mahau leiraktaba adagi tungi future ji uraktaba adagi migi sen mayam ji thokjala bakan sida mana magi talent se sine kamai sina geda ai kamai tongna amtang hawat pa ya ga ge si mana mayum da leiba yadramina baragi jaga amada lei baragi jaga sida maga walking chaminaba German da engineer oiba paisa di masing kaingana adi adum pairaba adu mana fajana walking chamina ba khudingi magi awa ba hauki wari adi mana tawningi ba mangon la lari ba talent sing wari se sarga mana ma se convince oya adu matung na ma se mana plan ama tawbire ye loirona lamga se mabani satlaga thiminna khominna na tawrama matung da hoji se magi turnover se 45 days ida adi paisa du profit ta lakh taraga mathoi ni thoi yel lising tara loe ado whole machinery equipment adi mana machinjak pijabagi ising pithak bagi tongan ba technique sima sinare ado magi thamagi yen khak loi bi bagi income je 1 lakh phange adu aduna magi tolma paisa sing loi sing dokre adu dagi ma hujik di paisa paidana even car buk tonge adi magi leiriba mangonda leiriba hidden oiba mi bu convincing tawba ngamba adagi magi thabak ta thawai yauba adagi hotnaba kanba aduna ngasi ai maru mapang isai nau chingsina phangiba paisa kharasina adi sathok daba thaktok daba manghan daba adu properly sinaraga the bank paisa sing si fazana return tawdana khotna tawragadi aina honariba thabok da mai palak pakanda Manipur state se sungsoi soiduna chaukat kadoribani madugi chaukat pagi mangal duni akoi sarkarna pamjaribana adugo honabagi thabakte ngasi sida phambiriba adi icha isu adi ichilino mayamsina tawi doini aduna taibang mioiba khoina aina kaima thabak ama with determination adi honabaga loinana aigi wakhal aigi gyan adagi leiriba mayamse properly adi yam phajana sinaragadi akoi thabak khuding mai pakbang amoidaba leite adu mioibagi wakhal sidi nomada adi usi scientists sing na kaina puthokpada more than 30,000 ski mathakta nomada lai kanada ba wakhal lon mayam ama sulai adugi wakhal lon sing do fully control tawraga aina tawge khalli ba thabak to da concentrate tawraga thabak to mai paklak pakanda yamna lurisi akoi na khwaidi kanaba phangi se mi kaya ama thabak pi badune ai kha hing baduna to madudagi income lai ba sing duna mayam ama thabak pi raga hingan bagi wakhal lon do ngasi sigi startup ki pangbiri ba senpham khrasi pangbir ba matung da sab chaba phire amaga loinana aina ngasi tawgadori ba thabak si miam da thabak pigadori ni loina na Manipur state se khumang chausin na chaukhna ba honna ba da Manipur sarkar na mangjari ba mangse mangphau hangadori ne haibagi wakhal gi phire to sab chana lobio government amadi bank ai si paisa du return la ga di adum loina ba pi ge haibagi ready da leibang aktani aduna madugi khudong jaba lomina se akoi chaukat state ama di oimina se honorable chief minister ki leadership makhada honorable Shyam na di Manipur kin harol survive to hondaba di hingan daba di Manipur apik state also Bharat ki state singi manungda mangjin tha daba ya daba state ama oindaba di haibagi mangi ba mangan se ngasi phangbiri ba beneficiary entrepreneurs ki thawyawbiri ba singsina thabok oina konthok piragadi sungsoi soidna mai pakani haibagi thajabadu thanjari asa tawjari anu wafam khraji thanjaraga mayam khudong jaba phangbiba sarkar gi khudong jaba lawbiba aduga sarkar na sukai makhrada orsu bank gi khuthangda biba ngamjabase masigi damakta adi punamu puto bimal khangbo chari thagachari wafam khraji thanjaraga tenjari kaibu khurumjari thank you.
Masigi guest of honor in election biriba Shri Karam Shyam Honorable Minister bo thagachaba phongdokchari mathang asidi thorongga mari leinaba wafam khara thampinabagi damakta koigi guest of honor in election biriba Honorable Minister Shri Awangbow Newmai bo kaushinjari.
Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 ge Chief Guest winner Lakpiriba Honorable Chief Minister Sri Biren Singh Function President Gipam Lawiriba Honorable Minister Sri T.S. Bishwajit Singh Dais the Lengsing Biriba Honorable Minister Singh Honorable Deputy Chairman Planning, Chief Secretary, all the high-ranking officers, ngasigi, startup sige, khudong chaba phangbiriba, entrepreneur sing, media gi mero mapang sing. If anybody asks anyone from Manipur what you have, we can also ask them what we don't have. If they ask us what the people of Manipur knows, we can also ask them what we don't know. I would like to say very proudly that we have everything. In terms of human resource, in terms of natural resource, what else we don't have? But now we have such a concept in ourselves that we have nothing, that we have to depend everything from others, forgetting that everything that others have, we also do have. Today, when we just glance through the short film that been just screened in front of us just before the starting of the programs, such a progress that we could make within 3 years' time with an innovative idea that comes from our Honorable Chief Minister. As a simple and a layman, I used to think each year thousands of our children are passing out graduation, master degree, engineering, whatnot and whatnot. But they are not going to get job, a government job. Each one of them, maybe 10% will get. But where will this 90% go? That was the things that always troubles me as a simple layman. I used to be a private school teacher before I joined politics. I talk to my children every day. I try to find out their minds, what they want to do. They all will say, I want to do this, I want to do that. But when I study alone, when I go back home and study, I wonder how many of them will realize their dreams. That really troubles me all the time. But today, our Honorable Chief Minister, our government have shown a new way to all the young people that there are a lot to do, that if you want to do something, that government is there to help. I think we have given a new hope, a new life. Now it's going to have new Manipur, as our Honorable Chief Minister often mentions. I'd like to congratulate our Honorable Chief Minister and the entire team that took part in these programs. There are many things that are commendable. I, as a part of the government, I would like to personally also congratulate our Honorable Chief Minister for this kind of idea that he brought up, and now that we're seeing the result. Many young people now, they will have more courage, to live. They will have more hope to live. I have seen many young people who have given up their hope because in spite of the talents that they have, in spite of the caliber that they have, in spite of the best record that they hold in the academic career, they couldn't achieve because they are poor, because they have no capital to start with and to do something which they feel they wanted to do. But today, we have opened a way for each and every one of them who wanted to do something and live. I'd like to thank every entrepreneur who have shown a way of success today through these startup programs. I congratulate each and every one who took part in this program, especially our Honorable Chief Minister. Thank you.
Ngasigi guest of honor oina lengshin biriba Honorable Minister Shri Awangbow Newmai bu maru oiba warol kaya thambirambagi damuk thagachaba phongdokchari. Hauzik thoram makha chathajarak poina ngasigi thoram apulgi phampham langda lengshin biriba Honorable Minister Shri Bishwajit bu Thoram mapugi warol thambinabagidamakta kaushinjari.
Punambu korumjari. Ngasigi amna encouraging and supportive boiba initiative under the leadership of our Chief Minister Sri N. Biren Singh. When Bangkok Shariba, the Kumaru Planning Department na Sinjaraga Sinbiraga Bangkok Viriba, Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 Chief Guest Key from Langdalingson Video Honorable Minister Manipur Sri N. Biren Singh Bahamak the Kai Kunabuchari. That is the election Viriba. I Minister colleague, Honorable Deputy Chairman, State Planning Board, Mang the election Viriba, Honorable MLA Singh, Duka Kwegi, Brigade Officer Singhs, Dukutuanba, Officer Singhs, Dukumaruina, Queen Sigi, Yamna Equina, Nungshijaba. Haibadi maramdi akhoi leriba entrepreneur si just like kano amagumani koi societies da akhoi arumba bot mayam ama lakpa si machina akhoi kohana na bagi machak ama oiba khwai dagi khoi chouba role lobiriba punamak singche khoina swor ki rup ta su dum yengba yai haina khoina dum khanjaba duga damakta ne khoina yamna nungshijaba haina khoina thok kokjaraga koi lengchen biru punamak aduga entrepreneurs from other states and Akogi Leriba, electronic and print media is in Apon Sukai Kunabutsa, night and Tagna Tamzage. The Singna startup campaign already started in the year 2015. Aduga by the under the initiative of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Aduna Akogi Leriba in the Agawena, Akogi Leriba, Sigi, Akogi Lakadaba, socio-economic development gi Aduga. Unemployment problem. In every region or in every state, so we are facing the unemployment problem. So how we have to solve the unemployment problem? And see, what we are struggling by all the entrepreneurs and the, not only entrepreneurs, all the beginners, all the students, masi supportive encouraging program Akhoi leriba startup ji hana loina mangasi entrepreneurs mayam singsina khangbiramani madudi akhoi si akhoi da area omda focus tawani madudi karina simplification aduga akhoi gi leriba hand holding oiba aduga akhoi gi funding fund support aduga incentives aduga akhoi industry academia partnership aduga akhoi kanoni akhoi gi an incubation area homes the focus to beginner businesses, high startup businesses, existing businesses that support or as much as possible we are actually trying to create the employment generation to calories. Lebak Pitri the Lebak Chocolate Hariba Singsi low in Magi problem labor actani. Adubu Aquina Ladiba as a part of the experience of Germany, the Chalumatam, the food Kanogi, the food exhibition, Japamatam, the Mokoda, the Horiba walls, the Angaku Wallamani. And then I quite Ladiba, the Sutum Topuya because Prime Minister is now already Tam Tokrabani. Our Prime Minister already Tam, the entire northern region as the growth engine of the India country. Because Manangasi is Tam Torikinoda. Akwai atopa akwai leriba state chakolaba develop state sing the like atopa achopa state mayam sing state mo khoi leriba potential adugo mo khoi leriba resources si loi ba exhausted oira poram neba adubu Manipur da ding asi entire northern state da natural resources human resources in akwai untap ngakta neba ngasi ko de si na ba hodri adana world si akwai leriba posi last akwai leriba hoji law and order situation akwai improve tawre aduga akwai puna maksing shanti raksha ge film pharae Prakudum Manam Orkana Equi the low in a young Kadori Nimasi. Aduna Quazi, Agis policy, Lakom, Madam Dagidi after 2 years, Dagidi, with Rayangi Karikari facilities in Leriba, logistical system improved thoroughly, Adua Quagi Leriba, opportunity Mayama Lakwesta, Quaging a sea entrepreneur, Honorable Chief Minister ki lising makhada khoi startup hawdo ka nga sing ma initiative lobira kanda khoi state ki awaba mayam ko hon gane na hona bira pache simak hena thagan ngai ne haina ai thamjage aduga tasing na khoi different categories da khoi ngai ure so we have seen so much of the activities with the support of the state government and activities mayam and more and more activities are going to create over here because in every sector the Manipur da akoina yamna chawk thokna haibana tabada akoi loina mak potential le tawna na bagi akoi yam wali tawda hoji hobada ngai is da swam phajar ka dil warak matam da akoi puna manki akoi state ki oibase akoi phagani haibasini because see the formula ni prime minister now always high madudi karino hai the more we can create the entrepreneur the more we can solve our unemployment see the formula ni because entrepreneur magi makhada kaya mi kya thabuk surakani adidi akhoi ngasi no magi entrepreneur sing che hena create tawra ngai unemployment process no magi minimize tawne have the formula ne aduna ngasi akhoi every policy khudimakta hello mane 100 kap ki policy oro industrial policy oro every India ki oro country ki oro northern state ki oro natraga Manipur ki oro state ki oro say da akhoi na trust areas krai da pirige se masiba entrepreneurs na akhoi sarkar sta su guna nung shibu abagi aduga amna support to bagi ithindu phau rungani have say thajabane bengonda ai as a industry minister ayamba akhoi ngasi leriba akhoi gi kano sing asi akhoi gi startup ki support ki matungina akhoi tongan ba production puthoyu mayam sta su akhoi gi leriba tongan ba industrial estate ta thabak tobu mayam yawi akhoi every month khuding ki akhoi introduction program tawrami adu because of the situation we just akhoi kano khara gap khara thangre adu akhoi nahan emia gi leiba akhoi kangbu kharaga akhoi ga dum unaba matamda akhoi mu start tawrasi haidana because akhoi na sarkar dagi leiba leitaba adu sarkar sina kari makoi da akhoi ne wahay amata wargashu natraga sarkar na piba yaba posi karino je akhoi masen pau phawduk narga na tawba yaba poto piraga de makhoi du harau gani habi wakhalon da tawbani hariba akhoi interaction si adana makhoi gi awaba nungai taba ado akhoi sarkar na tawba ngamba potuna akhoi sarkar na tawbire har kan achumba lambi da yamna akhoi na faster way da akhoi na sanna bagi da akhoi na kanna hona bani na ai thamjage aduna akhoi startup si even category mayam da piribni student startup adagi akhoi le women startup adagi akhoi idea stage startup aduga revenue stage startup na akhoi manu toan categories da piribne ba aduna loina ma mipum khudemak se akhoi entrepreneur oibang amaga de akhoi Manipur da unemployment problem si as per the record of the employment exchange da 8 point something onagani maybe another start mayam sele number yai 10 oraga su akhoi masi ngasi gi sumaina chatliba trend chatlaga di after 5 years the next 5 years the akhoi loin mak solution propangangani je aya chet pa thajabne ba aduna akhoi aina thamjagadabasi karino hai matamda entrepreneur sing sta akhoi entrepreneur sing chubu aina haithi bagi wafam na chadaba akhoi na sumna khaki hoi entrepreneur khudimang na natraga magi subsidy kari piri mai kari tawrige government gi support oi si kari piri ge si yengbiram gani adu bai akhoi na subsidy khakta urakanda akhoi na thabak tawgani haraga changa agadi madugi entrepreneur du de ai success ogadaba mande je ai wakhanda ai thamjagani adana akhoi mayam Manipur da si tawe habna ti atopa mayam da tawrakana subsidy lawthoga sakibagi machine government da chogo failure ma oibersina kari aina ama khaktang lawtho sakibuduna state da chogo polum ma thangdara kan da thaja da bagi pot ma ithil ma phawna paduna maram warga bank na ekodagi support pira oidaba aduga atopa financial institute mayam sina akoda support pira oidaba do tungi horkadaba generation da kya manghoga da ge habse koi ngasi gi tenbiri ba puna makna khanmina badarga ifadana darka lai je ai thamjagane masima aduna koi tasengna koi honorable chief minister na afaba support mayam pbi afaba poktak mayam pbi honorable prime minister natraga khoi leriba US president la ka na khoida so me most of the money piram ba yai natraga akhoi afaba policy program mayam piram ba yai tawda ba akhoi isa sina sumna ek tawdragadi madudi akhoi kaimta oiba phangoi habsi mai thamjage aduga akhoi gi destination isa gi oiba panthung pham kanana thungangadage haiba honorable chief minister na thungandoribra adu kanana thungangadori haibse masi khanminaba tangai fadana darka leji thamjagani isa gi pandung bhamdi isa na ponara kanda phangadabani haibasi ma ai thamjagani masima adana koi hona biri ngasi akoi yamna yengbada su akoi quality food puthorokpa aduga koi maruoina akoi leiriba akoi competitive si adugi matik world si daida leire wangna and every moment da akoi world gi leiriba process scenario si change tawi sik chatpa ngamna ba akoi na IT gi sector da su akoi na haronjing leitabana te afaba na haronjing lona mak lei Manipur thoido endongna akhoi gi leiba Manipur na tholam ja hal man masigi wari su leitaba na te mayam na ju hena khangbiramani sigi wahan thok adum leijari bani tawda ba akhoi na hairi ba thong posing je chumna akhoi na sijin ba ngamba kana da akhoi loina mak chakha bina gani hai che agi achet ba thaja bane aduna akhoi leiriba akhoi gi society ani nga sa haja gi dunia akhoi na liability mayam am lei unemployment gi liability ni hujik leiri se aduna akhoi nga si di hena nungai ba amana akhoi pandemic COVID-19 issue la ko matam sta akhoi we are very akhoi di moi di akhoi di COVID si di thagat ningi ni nauna because of the COVID se akhoi tuan ba akhoi idea thogle kamai to the COVID se fight tor ga akhoi kamai na struggle tor kan akhoi kamai to the combat to the ge hai idea da atop countries sing na ma gi startup ki orona tor new planning mayam tor kan da akhoi da self sufficient hai ba pot ama prime minister na hai gi ba aduga akhoi gi local production si isa sinaba aduga local manufacturer mayam jing se koina promote tawgadabani haiba wasak kadabani haiba se koi party gi koina di honorable chief minister su wasak piramani ai su warsak khre bo mayam se lo wasak rabane ba ai koina mi gi leri ba ahoi ngasi mayam ma aina ma to ba magi even simple kano harsi koi ni sinari ba mark se masi hojikti akoi kano oire sinari adra ba thadok pa yadra posam oire bane ba kari kano aida akoi covid se fight to no hona ba ano sigi leri ba posing si akoi Bharat ke Prime Minister na hai gibdona ana khadi yasi intin wan si ramde adu Bharat ke Prime Minister na khadi is fashion lomda convert tore har kana Bharat da le bami cham crore cham kundra sina khadi among khatang le bu matam da mi kya entrepreneur kya support to bangam gani hai ba si wa khalon je koi si na ba phai ba koi Manipur da suni ngasi kya koi ge le ba MSRLM hai da scheme ma le koi ge Bharat ke Prime Minister ki amna maru oi ba koi ge engineer ga gi mathangda khoi gi leiba Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission haidana sigi makhada chathabani seida mo khoina chare ba posing si loina mak sina ba aina office ju helom na sabani si kari khena ge sinida ai mayam de leiba aduga akhoi gi leiba posing lupa tranga kun kumnga pi basina khoi hek leibi da ba lamga lamna khoi machi sange habi tar da mapan de lakudun he leiba se masi habit se khoi thadok ba tangai phadabara haina e khali sumna khaki pung taru khak up ka da ba aduna lupa ni phupiye akhoi sina washable oye iron ta aga su handan repeatedly sina ba yawa sina lebi da basi masi wakan thado ga akhoi masi kitang support to bc ha basi ma because manam di akhoi gi women section aduga small kano da lebi yongkham da sajari ba tori ba puna maksing je support to ji har di sisu darkar leibra ha bu gi ai wafam da in thamjabni stai da mi kudimak da ina adu leyu ada leyu haine bulldoze tor ga tawdi natti yadi aduna koina support tawji har gadi adu tawji haijabani adunga koi ngasi startup ta piri si tongan ba category da tongan ba magi scheme gi matungina akoi leri ba 25% mostly 25% subsidy aduga up to magi kana the maximum limit amale kana phangna ba ngak tani adunga sidi yamna nungai koi ukhul gi district ta na koi tongan ba koi ngasi hill amadu plane gi hariba puna maksing je koi hane hill and plane si ju aina hari ju lalabani Manipur gi leri ba mafam khodimak ta dum haibana phagani hill and plane akoina haibuja akoina mathanda ani makse thokko done hek tawba tawon baje sisu aisu lan brana khalle I thanda yenga kanda aduna akoigi leiriba akoigi kano sing sida mafam khodi makse da hauriba posing adu puthore iba posing si adu matik organic oiba adu ngasi di yembiro cha khot pa state sing jai koina organic and inorganic ki material sing si leiba matamda aduga injang na pilai matamda gulf of difference the price adu Manipur da si leiba anything tawba ya aduga ngasi toan ba akoigi entrepreneur sing sta ina tawning basi some of the entrepreneurs they have already started cultivation of the dragon fruit because akoigi 80% of the India's country's consumption is imported from this akanodo akoigi kari Vietnam adu Vietnam dagi phangiba aduga madusu akoina hawtaba Manipur da adubu some of the entrepreneurs huji moi haure adu makoi they are selling at the rate of the 350 adu su phangti adu target akhoi sisu part of the entrepreneur oina mayam to buyai adagi like se akhoi fruit amasu lei some of the entrepreneurs and some interact over matamda moi haure maramdi madu de avocado si akoina leiba grafted se thaba matamda akoi chahi ani makhai di hena changde aduga akoi sittagi tharga di chahi tara changba yai 8 to 10 years lawgani ma fruit to matamda adu target avocado si akoina kg yema lumba yai akoi swaida leiba posidi sumnagi macha da akoi kg da samaga yankhai chani pibani adana thargadi maru oiba madu scientifically kamaina torkanda kun hena phaba oigadagi haba university me am laiba chingse अखोई तानारे हर कांदा अखोई एंटरप्रेन्योर सिंगना तौबो मतम मसीसु मतम चंगबो ओरगसु प्लान ओरगसु अवोकाडो थाग्रनी थारिबगी मयामना ngसाइगी लेरिबा अतै अतै मचाक थाबो मतमदा अवोकाडो थारम कादे मागे दि गेपसि फुट कुनगी मथक्ता लेगदबनिना मदंग दुरे लोय यूज तौर कांदा मदु सिनरगदि अखोई एंटरप्रेन्योर दुदा ऑटोमेटिकली मागे लेरिबा पोसिंग थाबगी मलाक्चरनी मतमगी मतुंगिना अदगी अतै दुसु दुम कल्टिवेट तौबो याबनिना आई अनिमक्सि कंबाइन तौरगा चटप याब्रन खाली अदुगा लोन लोनना ngसाइगी अवोकाडो थाबदुदा अमु करी तौबो याय हाकन ब्लैक पेपर से अमु थाबो याय माने उल लेरगा चचगिदबनी फॉरएवर वइनी अदना हुजिक केरला द इसिंग थुंगिबदगी हुजि अखोइना ब्लैक पेपर अमदि अखोइ कार्डेममसि अदुगी मतिक शॉर्टेज ओइराबनि कंट्री गोइना अरुणा सि अखोइ मणिपुर द दम अखोइ लेरिबा अखोइ चानाबा अखोइगी कनोसि ओइबनिना वेदर सि ओइबनिना तौबो याय हाबदुनि आइना सुम आइगोना तहोननिंगबा अखोइना बिकॉज मरमदि अखोइना हेन्ना द मोर अखोइना एक्सपोर्ट तौबो ngamigai द मोर मनी कनो अखोइगी लेरिबा कैन बी ड्रेन इन लाप याबनीना अखोइना हेन्ना हेन्ना एक्सपोर्ट तौरिंग ngamigai अखोइदा पैसा पाइगदबनि हेन्ना हेन्ना लैरिङै अखोइ लारगदब ओइबनिना मधु अखोइना एनी याबा पोट खुदमक्से मणिपुर दे पीरगदी फगनी हाबिगे वखलोंदुने एना थमजनिंगिसे अदुना अखोइ सीगी लेरिबा स्टार्टअप सिनतना इंडस्ट्री की डिपार्टमेंट अखोइगी तोवान तोवान बा अखोइगी प्राइम मिनिस्टर अखोइगी कनोगी स्कीम अनिखक आई जुम थमजरंगे कनो एंटरप्रेन्योर मयाम सिंगसना अखोइना लेरिबा अपॉर्चुनिटी सी लमुनेनबगी वखलोंदनी अदुगा अखोइ क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम हाइदना अमखक लई मसी अखोइगी लेरिबा कनोसे क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम सिदा अखोइ अप टू द ट्यून ऑफ द 20 crore भौसे क्लस्टर ओइना सेमबा याय मसी 90% अखोइगी मिनिस्ट्री न पिगदबनी अदुगा 5% अमन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट न पुथोपिगदबनी अदुगा एंटरप्रेन्योर की शेयर से ओनली 5% खप्तनी मसी टारगेट तौबियो आइना एंटरप्रेन्योर मयाम सिंगदा आइना थमजगे मसीमा अदुगा अनिसुबदा अखोइना प्राइम मिनिस्टर अखोइ फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ द माइक्रो फूड प्रोसेसिंग सी अखोइगी एंटरप्राइजेस सिंग सी अखोइना नेक्स्ट 5 years ता अखोइगी यूनिट से 1500 यूनिट से अखोइगी स्टेट की ओइना क्रिएट तौगदबनी मेनली अदुगा मसी अखोइना मसीसु अखोइना लाइरिबा at the maximum of the project cost 30 lakhs ne aduga 10 lakhs amana subsidy phangani masiju adana masigi pose aduga existing leiba manufacturing processing the hena preference p adana masiju yamna kana ba akoina hujik akoina bharat ki lariba akoigi ministry of the commerce and industry na akoigi lariba PUG na nang han da su akoigi one district one product ana tawrakanda adu akoigi state ta applicable oibo oidabudi akoi thi easy haina hainari adu masi puna maksing opportunities so many lying asigi akoi honorable chief minister na tawri pura puri support tawrakanda akoi lai yengbiro kya mi kya adu piri se si mayam sina sahi gi lakku matam adu ato padi kana ba mayam sila wo matam da isana honarak matam da akoi manipur si nak panba oibi aba state amu oi habisima ai thajabaduni aina mayanda thamjari aduna akoi haujik nahan akoi gi government ministry of the commerce and industries na koida highlight tawi makoi di IIS na industrial information system na makoi mukoi gi semgre aduna koi state ki su akoina koi leriba koi state ISIS haidana koi ma sem sena because koi state industrial information systems in kari entrepreneurs sing na traga koi leriba adagi mapandagi lakpa koi tuan investor ke jida koina makoi da opportunity pina ba because maram di akoi computer da koina pam ma da koina mobile ma da koi website am lei ba matam da akoi karai da na kari port phangi lam karai da lei aduga akoi mafam karai da karam resource lei aduga main power resources lei ba se akoi na hari ba systems da loi utpa matam da akoi da lakra ku mathanda dum entrepreneur khud mang na urakan da akoi da lakni mafam da port oina lakna ba gi akhalone अदम मसी भारत सरकार ने डेवलप तौर अखोई स्टेट किसु अखोई मसी किसी अखोई डेवलप तौना बा कन्ना अखोई होनजरी ना अखोई थमजगे अदुना अखोई लैरिबा मसी पॉलिटिकल की ओइबो वाफम दिना चदे इंडस्ट्रियल ग्रोथ अदुगी मतिक लै मरम दे अखोई ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर की इनिशिएटिव मखादा सो मच ऑफ द अखोई लैरिबा ngasi की स्टार्टअप तकी थोलकपा अदुगा ngasi मतम अमदा निलेगुठी ओइरो अदुगा अखोई तेरा उरक ओइरो कुराक पोपी ओइरो नत्रगा अखोई ताइल की असिगी लैरिबा अखोई सेट सिंग से अखोई तारगे इंथिंग नुंगाइना थबा अमता तोरुमदे सिदि फैक्ट नि आई एम नॉट लाइंग आइना कोइसा चप्प मतम सिदा सेट सिंग जे लोइम बक अखोई वैकेंट ओने लेरमी अदुबु ngasi di mafam khudimakta akoi set ki demand se koi piba ngamdre si natro akoi leiribe onasibo change bo aduna akoi honorable chief minister so ai hanasu appeal tawjagrabane dum akoi land bank ama honorable chief minister su kan habi bani land bank ama thamaya kan entrepreneurs sing da akoi sadra su makoi da land sing ji allocation pithoga makoi ga laiba akoi agreement ama tawna re ha kan moina hekta howan ba aduna ngasi imphal east ki oro west ki oro natraga mafang khodi makta akoi da set pu akoi industry gi oiba enterprising oiba thaba hojage ha ba akoi state na pi bangam da ba si laibak thibom ne ba aduna masi akoi kanna honori haidana akoi gi laiba tuan ba entrepreneurs sing sina akoi tharakba akoi sidhi jing chu akoi loina mak lai aduna akoi Devesh is also there. He must be wearing everything what I am speaking before you. So he was with me for quite a little time. Aduna akoi gi ma lairambani ma su initiative am logjarambani aduga akoi gi lairiba akoi gi entrepreneur gi lariba hub ama akoi Manipur sa la iba posi masi hena chahon ba state tagi di any industrial gi laiba porta akoi power gi subsidy adu tuan ba subsidy loina mo pir ga laire adu honorable chief minister na yamna thawa yawri ngai matam sa all entrepreneurs hena more and more entrepreneurs se ai khattagi na tabida akoi na ngasi laire bharat ta akoi na german da chatpa ngatam da kari aina osina loisan jarga akoi gi food processing da kayam gi thawa yaw ge da akoi bharat se akoi yam chagan ba hai tare mi chama crore cham kuntra jin kacharak pasi any saring isa bar ki leba sa ba de Manipur su samane aduna item kudimak si yabni na processing units da su hena changjelaga di masi hena phagani aduga value addition aduga tuan ba akoi gi hena akoi standardization tawbagi posina akoi tuan ba leire bani na hujikti akoi na kasu mapan gi lawngi pona akoi hena phatre phaba oidre adu moria dai pusalakpa posing akoi moria dai leidre ado masi akoi gi change ama lakpa je masi de hena yangna ahong boji chatle har kanda akoi Manipur lebak Himalaya ama semba haiba country ama sa phaba ma semba haiba si akoi punamak sigi responsibility di loina maklai anu responsibility se amana ama kairak matam da loina mak fail oimina doini aduna akoi gi leiriba ipum khudima society da leiriba IS officer oigera politician oigera adaga army da leigera every section da leiriba me khudimak se they have to take their own responsibility to grow the state and the country as a whole. Aduna laibanina masi akoina kanna hona minara kanda akoina lauriba koliba puda maksing jain nga saijeri duni punna akoina hona minaba aduga gyan tamina ba je posi tamina kanda Manipur se chakhat minana ba aduga unemployment problem se sit ko honna ba ngamna ba hona minasi haiba aduga every need ana aduga every support oiba akoina ngamba sarkar na ngamba adudi honorable chief minister su lengcheng leire aduga commercial industry ki makhada su kari pigadagi as per the policy of the state policy aduga as per the northern state ki policy sing matung ina loina ma phangba yagani hadana wai khreje hajaraga ipunam po amuka han tharpo phongduk chari nama phongduk chari thank you all jai hind
We thank our functional president, the Honorable Minister, Shri T.H. Bishwajit, for his presidential address. Ladies and gentlemen, may we now request our chief guest, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh, to address this August gathering today for the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020.
Hey, ma'am, pun nama ikai kunu jadi. Maroina. Rise election biriba. Honorable Minister Singh. And the Deputy Planning Chairman, Chief Secretary, and the Additional C.S. Singh, Principal Secretary, Commissioner, Planning and Planning Department ki officials mayam, Honorable Chairman, Honorable MLAs mayam, aduga beneficiaries sing, media ki manumapang, the invitees mayam punamak. Ikai kunu chari. Asagi ahan bagi film video matek tu ubada mayam adum khangbiramgani adum phabiramgani o Manipur si sumaina machet matek tagi change samadi leirabra last 3.5 years akhoi government si sahi ahum makhai mapung phajare masida 2017-18 da hogokhiba dugumba startup scheme intentionally to build a strong ecosystem of nurturing startups and aims to drive sustainable economy growth and generate large scale employment opportunities madugi pandam dani koina tawgibase 30 crores say magi ahan badai koi the difficulties mayam ama thengnai bank ki communication gap bank entrepreneurs sing adu gi marakta communication gap even isama nasa interview ta biramani kaya mo yam na hina tawa yoge bai koi gi interview lakpa mi sing si beneficiary sing si gi interview si question answer ai hangba yaurabni I was really impressed skill moi gi talent mayam da moina ulba mayam da urkan ai ngawni ni madagi na startup si di masidi mask ti satha da ba roi na torkan the part of startup koina matang atop private entrepreneurs in the startup ki makha na tab so koina loan ga pir kana fishery gi oiro poultry gi oiro weaving gi oiro weavers comes mayam gi numita lakpa khotpa mayam se loina koina masi financial assistance ta hola is keno da khogi Manipur da labor talent mayam se akoi huji leiba akoi government gi team se akoi gi leiba government gi team si dai da khoi sei haimen no thok dra khang de ko ngasi de kitang ngan khan ngai khoi da matam pirama sei tara ma mang dai ga pirama ba hujik se Singapore ma oidra su ko Manipur je loina phajana nungai han ba ya ba ge stage body koi thamngam ne khalle ba koi maramdi amthi kari wali ge ngasagi video entrepreneur ahum mari du khata de yeng bio kari kan moina puthoi ba mayam du yone solid waste tu dagi mai kano ga maital sunger ga maduna tawra iba adagi u moro ki puthora iba madugi kano khoi chocolate kadai pithibi atoi bharat ki wang ma da bok thare sigi leiriba talent sigi leiriba skill sigi leiriba makhoi energetic goiba yamna enthusiastic goiba magi wakhalon mayam se mase khoina mafam pi da bane nahangai aduga moida infrastructure create togi da aduga support togi da ine ba leiramis hujikti aigi mota aigi wakhal da ai collection ga jai bane system amko phajana thamgra kan da khoi Manipur si matom dum sakho charkane matik tak khoi computer da entered number du maina mobile da natra kari da adu maina number ina khoina set amam to bi khraba adum matom satse maramdi mi sing ayamba sincere way hard working way innovative way agree meetings aduna khoina last 3.5 years ai kana go ngang badi nungai bani dungang ina startup to rise kari to grage aini yam nungai ta ba makak de ngasi hayogi akhoi gi TV channel discussion da TV channel dugi anchor oiba moderator oiba ichil nauksing lai baduna haiba already politically logadab ado anchor oiba TV channel dugi da su phamba moiduna BJP government sidi wangang bada ngai ne kem tok ne ga haibagumba moidigi laiba political invitees talker ne kauriba duna discussion da haiba wadi phaba khangda na haibani na traga politically phaiher ju pharo hairoi da adoi su eba kangbu su leidin ko do moiduna haiba wadi aba ada media house da incarne na pham kan da ma he has to learn he should try to know official sing de hana ma khanga da ne suppose ai ngasi je topic am le planning gi ai gi TV discussion na planning si da tawdori har ga di planning gi do mai le mi kauding ma mang as an anchor or as an editor ai ngon da ma du gi knowledge hai kadam ne planning department gi se log da no si ba da government gi kai tawkhre kari tawri kayam success hoy kayam success hoy si incur hoy ribadugi magi knowledge da hana legi damne ba adu natabida pet tawraba mina leiraga ngang ba dong ngang han bagi mo man ba khara some kind of let us take care I khoi shodung I mioi bine soi ba roi lai ne dubo sum ba si tawgum se haibane maram di demoralize tak tawon ba kari dawrage BJP government last 3.5 years the urmani helicopter service leram bro ko far flung areas singa like Telaira wa ana ye ga solna tar pada road transport bus Manipur state transport leram bro ko like Telaira ma mayam sigi layeng na bagi sel government dagi madugi scheme leram bro school dagi drop out or sing sigi ming sanjana bagi scheme leram bro sothara bi soinare ba sing sigi mayum da phamaga phangjaba yana bagi scheme leram bro point khar giwani exam khudam khar pibani sigi mayam la ibu change sing the women's market leram bro ngasi forest department gi through the toriba try fight jungle sing the tar ga manga ga leram uhi mayam ma semkhala ka ngasi Bangalore Hyderabad Delhi thari ja hana torum bro sigi try fight ki scheme more than thousands 3-4 women sing the self-help group same kind of employed toriba economy generate toriba sing mapana thado ibagi pose hana lerambra ginger sing parjol dagi ngasi 16-17 crore gi thado ije hana lerambra like I koina tawdabu tawdi habi kai sukai di tawdaba tawbangam driba tawdaba sing du tawdi habi startup hana lerambra it was started in the year 2015-16 startup hana lerambra tawrambra youth sing the encourage tawrambra thabak phangdaba khutsa hairba entrepreneur sing tawrambra sigi mangda targa laiba pot khar sibawdi encode duna dikhanga ningi habini politically laiba kangbu duna khangde adu assembly desu tawri dudi karor taba amda karam pir gen ngasi karor taba ngata ninga sai kapido karor loan piba 30 lakhs grant piba ngasi su kayano yawrido adu di mama gi leiriba scale du gi matung ina pibani aduna ekoi sahi khudi 30 crore ni adu boy koi last 2 years si ekoi adu 30 crore se dum ekoi planning dagi khangde kari dagi khangde demand du gi matung ina koi dum 30 crore yo hongani adu 22 crores 22.5 ngasi dagi di ei kano su commissioner anu busulae planning gi adu chief secretary ne ai khoi khanar kana hujikti hanagi da engon da complain khar phangi complain se kamai phange da thaba nang hodre or tharaga khandre se sang wat hore kholore masi am ngai te engon da su hudik so ai ga whatsapp amani tawne ai faina phangi phangde sida su yaw ba male ado aina dum kano da ikoi selama hanga bani tongan selama hange aduga ngasi huji advertise ubiramani honorable prime minister ga torga thepa whole year form je tharin whole year form thaba loba nang hoi du roi whole year form thar ka da moi gi documents moi gi award pa like tana ba loina mail maram di ai khoi gi beneficiary sing su hena khange financial rules financial discipline amadi formality amadi tokdoba yadabani do bank isu hoi si hai na bank su yam ka hena beneficiary sing da harassment pibagi mawong da amadu madi to ningde hojik tawdre ayamba loina cooperative ore beneficiary sing jino warga di estallaga to khib beneficiary sing ji wanda tamna moida si wala su khara ekhoina exam to boya bana kari le to hojik se hayeng ima vendor sing street vendor ima perform phambi mayam hayeng si nahan sanifan ga yang kai gum pi gre 1000 ga 200 gum pi dori adu maside jang si bank suma ru lo yaure I am very happy and I bank kang bo I am thagale na khoi ga government ga gi cooperation understanding the hujik Manipur da economy gi kaino mas sense lais adu bank gi singda ina haining basi usiki maru ina street vendor gi or vendor gi hayeng 1200 kumba mapini hayeng na chala do numi lepkrabani ado aina hujikti 20000 muki list laibani aduna madu cover up torokadamnina kitang aigi bank gi mayam wadi wabi rongni khange masagi cs sang formality su kai be adabi niyom su kai be adabi somda su tha manga turuk kano gi lockdown torokpagi ima singno waba aduguma mayam do aduna yaragadi hujiki kano duma koigi vendors street vendors singi karigi ima singi duma kitang speed up tawbiradi yam nungai ni aina su anuba street vendor anuba minglo giroi anuba form lo giroi anuba form tawbi kino hanagi leiraba hanagi restart toroga leibasing aduda hana priority pc haidana adumaina tawjabani aduna maduma bank sina kitanga tawbiu aduga hujiki anuba ikoina startup ngasi gi matungda akoi huji khabar da kadi dasu ayamba advertise tawna haikrabni tawrabra tawbu tawramani form se dum thagani aduga phase wise fast come fast up in a sense magi seasing do seasang lu sudradi fast come ne harga so fast up ne harga so ma yaw ya roido adun seasang du suba adu seasang sununa bagi chance to khoina adum pi bu yani seasang sudadana lo sangre ne haibudo ki regret to ba dip koi repent to budo beneficiary sing the laitana ba hona jabani haitare aduna koi aigi oina I'm fully convinced akoi Manipur se ai samakte ai convinced fazana tawre aduna ne yam chau chau no ngangi do sang sang akoi Manipur ai sahi manga tarada ai koi sumaina mon manana satpa matam da ba akoi self sustained level oiba self reliant oiba adugumba state me koi oiba da yam kom thokane na ai ada thajiri aduna ne ina akoi na han department mayam kaurka na koi subcommittee ahum mari semgre akhoigi pot khara mapanda gi pusalakna mapanda depend togdana ba pot khara se phau depend togdaba yani seng hawai mangal adagi thau sa thau marmin hangai masi khoina soiram misi ai hanan ju haise gre akhoigi labuk leiriba lamhang mayam si da madugi ising pina na balaitabani ising pina na balairam dabani na thaba yadabani hangam thare kangi alu thare kangi adagi kano mangal thare kangi lokpo yade ising phajana madugi laitabni adu aina hanjo haijegrabna khoi handakta sangaja griba sorry jatra hunjagriba kano ground water gi aduga check dam gi 378 crore mukini only mi khata minor irrigation khata madugi hujik low he lokthokpa low lokthoktra so athai singil lamdadi saba hore huje dam macha macha kedobo si thabak hongnare adu masi tawraga tawrba matamda Manipur da choba economic ki sense ama adu ganga sagi koina mapanda gi port khara pusen gumjini harido se livestock yen ki do boino koina mapanda dum pusen dois koi se lamhang chauna leina haron mayam roin leinga sa hagido madugi gen do sida dum loerga yen gi machinja khoi ki do pusar ko doino soyabin ga chujak ka gi sungbu ya ba pon aduna khoi no chujak tha hale soyabin tha hale sumaina mama gi treasure se sida phami ba keno si ai gi marup dikho honorable minister magi maram da hanta ibani ni gi en basi khoi gi matar gi ne aduga chujak ki ne ma toroga magi khun mayam yel hali ne sumaina ukrul da tawroga khoi already khoi thaba horobni hais thaba horobni khoi ngang ba dukana de basan se political basan se khom pok pok dum tar ka la ya dona khoi we need change practical loiba pochange khoi aduna khoi adudaida yes mioi bani asoi bole rangani mioi bani awat pole gani wi tawri sidi cm gi mingda tawbai sidi cm di tokrone jila parishad gi mingda bawda ai jila parishad gi mini adu piu na haibi arm ai cm gi mini adu piu sidi everywhere soi saram ba handak phari duni cm gi mingda paisa loram ba cm gi mingda soi saram ba sidi dum yawe adu gumadu da politics tawdagi tawba kangbu khrasu dum ki to bo yauri madu khara maturity leina ba fai leba ga ma fan jara ga de koi keno khara born noi batai khara koi si khara keno se give and take lei batai khara su u batai khara su u da batai aduna khoina ngasi gisi da ngasai pi ba hogre ngasi piri si punna keno ni 5 crore ka 25 lakhs ki beneficiary loan ne khoi ne yen thok ka with grant adun hujik acho ba khara dudang yen thoga atai di sida dum lobiyo akhoi chakra kanda mayam beneficiary mayam loina lobiyo aduga asa ina haiba mana lobiyo loan grant loan lobiyo tobiyo asa ina haiba ma yen loibi gera nga yokpi gera ai gi ngasai yong ngasai pungning da nungsiba kapning ba faweba ai khoi gi jati gi salisa singduna international market da compete to bangam ba stage lakot adu sumaina khoi gi leiriba mayam se adu no handaki sigi ngasi da gi tawgodol be startup ngasi gi piri sinataba sigi startup da koi mainly ngasa koi commissioner so hai gi bedo mapan da gi halaiba mayam se huji covid leiba sina maram or kanda mapan da ayam ba leina dreba mapan da IT gi da thabak tawramba dukan da thabak tawramba mama gi factory masa tawramba yauramba kholamba mayam se loina hanara khre khoi manipur hanara khra mina moisi kamai ta udagi si gi adugi kok sabane khoi adugi kok sabada ina hanagi leiribane anuba talented to ba dumba expert oiraba train tawraba kambu halak pasine masi kamaina rehabilitate tawda gesne koina matha sar kanda aina chief secretary mayam kor kanda hey thuna fast han bagi idea gi kari gi leiba face se phajana pithosi numit kya lepo yani adu ngasi tarik lepo aduga handaki form thabus tadi priority se mapandagi laiba a bank sing da so aina request owning moigi mapanda experience leader adu sidai ta la kan moigi keno si financial assistance khar pira gadi hector expand to bangam godaba self employed to bangam godaba adu mi ga si thabuk pi bangam godaba adu gumba leira gadi yaura gadi yam yauro mani moidu da hana advantage pi si hanagi leiri bane hanagi leiri bodo khoi neglect to sai bana se dekho hanagi leiri bodu so dum khoi pi si aduga mapandagi halaga adagi thaba inghang toromaga chafam subam nomam khangdana se leiriba isainau isalisa mayam do moi the priority pc aduna sigi hujik leiriba 22 crores si even darkar leiragadi ai extra tawgani chief secretary tawroga so khoi economy gi oiba schemes mayam mai khoi hujik center ga tied up tawri ai new secretariat kanano ngarang khabar daga yauri new secretariat loisan bang andre salak sa dorena case toksan toksalaga mathomorom khangdana mantri mandrong goina thika tawler makai loini thika loi yaulere me adudi loiba hunade adu case toksan bire adu hoje case so hangna ba tawri aduga sigi su 150 crore mo koi hutko dagi lorga ngarang hutko dagi si halakre sithi lakre ai chief secretary tor ure asigi kanosima secretariat ka si loisan na ba khoi di mamang gi da sangara gen torom ne ngam na ba na ada kangbu khra ga sanga gi dore na pakhat na thing gi toki bane ba adu tu na sanga ga ni adagi sidana te khoi guest house achau ba guest house ma akhoi sidadi hotel 5-star hotel 7-star hotel leite do adu ma panagi la fa guest house ma hana gi khoi gi all secretariat sorry all high court oiramba adu gi jaga du da same shrine adu gi su akhoi 260 crore muki akhoi ama hojiki keno sida yaunari gurgaon gi lam nahangai manga gi leiru ramne akhoi dagi haryana government law leir mani ado akhoi chinna bjp government masen oi badagi central leaders intervene tor kanda gurgaon gi lam do huje akhoi da state government hanjala 14 crore thik re adu da so akhoi gi art and culture ga mari leina ba adu ga akhoi gi oi ba building ma sagan na bagi adu ma so koi kana tawri adu ga manipur bhavan si ada leibasi hanagi sarame bhavan du chai budi nate khun basu nate leibam chafam do inung nungai ta ba khongai ta ba khra sum taw bodagi khoi kano da dwarika da khoi lam ekar amagi lawre dwarika da usi saba hugdore madugi tender float tawnu na bagi process tawre same adu su hutko dagi loan gi makha da saga doini dwarika gi saga dori stadi khoi mapan dagi akhoi manipur gi ada chatla kanda se layeng ba khoren ba chatla kanda yam wa ba ui ba khoina sanakya gi minung silaiba mi se awaba dana saru we do pen magi heart siam pen we do da khoi je awaba yam umandana nungai ta ba se yam fil to we ada chatla kanda doctor dai thokro haira paisa leitre adagi direct launa kanda imphal da khalak ngambagi madugi anabadugi situation su grant tok daba ado ai da mafam numin manga tarani da su leite yadu gumba patient makhan makhan gi laina adu gumba se dum thengnai yaba adu baban da su dum thamngam daba adu gumba dugi phamung kun mu hap tore khoi hujigi kano gi khoi gi dwarika gi sida adu gumba gi phamung kun mu hap kanda madudai da khoi nurse samgani haidi anabasing se AMS gi thole AMS di saloin thole paisa pungamdre ma kai sakani imphal da ju langamde adudi adugumba du da thamma kanda magi curing period thaitare kano ki curing period ma haibdi yadre magi improve tongna bagi normal lakna bagi timing do ngai bo ina min manga tarani hujiki bhaban du da leijaba yaba adu leira kana madugi seba sebi tongna ba nurse kari kai se koi health department gi ade attest torga thamna ba adu ga torga khoi hariba kharase dwarika gi ne dwarika gi am thuna sagalani yaraga de khoi sahi emagi manungda loibang ambri yang sian kan tawri sumaina khoi government gi site gi khoi khona ba ba khoi khona jari aduna ya maruina youth singa youth ai je dum kano da gi singa tara mari manga taruk adai gi dagina humpu bawde dum youth singa khoi su youth singa musik se su aduna khoi si bawgi level da leiba thabak tongning ba masada talent leiba aduga kariguma assistant phangagadi heka tawbo yagada bu kangu adugi damakta si government se leiye sima kobirano I all the time even I social media sometimes some interact with no harm I ging hak sangwa matamda tawba ade hujikti amuk file subu gi siam ko me file su hujikti laptop tuma hapaga e office hore e filing hore e-filing how to file do now I did Jeffrey chief secretary can file some pay lag por the Haksani BPI get away file me do other Hujiki cannot do the Nak cannot do so even Sataing I were so amateur so e-filing later mina importance to Gimatung in a Toro kind of Hujikam Fajan Sale and the honorable minister Mayam Suloina e-filing Fajana Shinabiro Mogi cannot do quay laptop tu logi bani laani ado ayam siam sa ba suloi sala bani ai gi wene de ai shuba hore aduna ai wapam krisi na thamaga tai karshu yam ka hena haningai leite tobuda boi khoi honorable prime minister gi self reliant adagi local vocal global local gi leiri ba pochi putho kanda vocally Salalaga global level the compete to Guyana Navigi. I think map atop the depend of the Navigi port. Masimayam say, Aquay Fazana Aquay Puno Hona Minagadi, Manipur Chakut Paise, Yam tuning of me. Wujik Maksu, as over scenes later, Mayanadum Kange, Wujik, law and order give people Pagalak Pagaloina, Mapanagi live foreigners 200 times Hanala Ambadagi. Hell it a Hanadi. Sahi am the Sanga Satruk Lisingala am the Hujiki Tada Lising Nipan Mapan foreigners Hujiki cano Kobichina Kitan cannot of Wiwani, Tena Wiwani. I think Amana Kobichi quite some area Karada Kogi community transmission, Hobogi Chingnavadum later. Although Ekoi Aina Masida Haning was say Kobichi the Equina was internationally global phenomenon name Masi. Masi Equi Sana Jackson Manatra Masiki Kyoto Bong Giro until unless vaccine put up triple. Equi Sana Jackson by J. As I Bishwajit as the Pame, I only look to me. Cannot away of Haksang Gunung Kadorum no Hana. I know Kala Thomas here. Kala Thomas and Ice Marks of Peter. I means Masia don't make quick a loiner galay neighbor. Loiner galay was the loiner set, but I have in it. Queen section batai, KhutSem batai, sanitizer for the same batai. I don't know. My am the appeal toning basi. Fashion types, put the work, Kursudumly. COVID Naramni, Bemington Sanasi guy. COVID Kilana, and Metoga, the Minako Bemington Sanasi, the COVID Naramina Toga, the Hamaga George Sanasi, Sax Sanasi. I do the Tigara, do adugi habit adugi kano duna di yara roeba covid nara di kitang matam kitang yung ima sing je kya nung siyong ima market hey bungo lebak siraga lebak parja mayam sidai saruk te koi pham giro koi khara war chuana dukan hangi gumsi market hangi gumsi haye aduna koi kano da aina mayam da appeal tong ning bisi akoi kitang aware gois akoi kitang section je mi tinaba khonaba pundaba yaroi yakana mi kamaina lep lai duno dum lep lai ba yaroi loina open tore huje open tong do ba yaroi akoi ju tore is news asi ngasi tawse social distancing phajna lai mama gi phambam sit akoi pai mi kya pham doino kya taw doino ngarang nan wangjing da by election su taw de apode mi gi constitutional binding ni constitutional obligation ni madu su taw de ya da mina madu lepam mi do loina phut mari manga lap lepe phamam mi do loina phut ahum mari manga lo phami then what aduna sumai na koi section baga loina koi gi thok su tok si na wafam khristin ga thamjarga doctor gi wangangan je doctor sunata ba doctor sarang ang ba discussion da kai da tok bujima mi ki han ba se tok bino mi ki han ba pakhat han ba se khang de ngang kan hoy ba dai doctor gi ngangan je scientist ngangan je agriculture expert agriculture gi ngangan je politician koi na politician gi koi ngangi sini aduna my subject expert on ngangan de na as sidi kari laibok phabana hingo hairam ni laibok phabana sujau hairam ni ga haibu gumba yam panic ki piba aidi ko gya da bai type da ngam do sumbasi tawdaba phai mi won de ta kano pakhat han ba ka do ba sidi global kano ne ba aduna ai wafam kharsi thamjaraga I congratulate all the entrepreneurs, all the beneficiaries. Nakoigi paisa yamamba ya yamamda bai yamdri do noigi scheme sabadara karidara mathang da yamhannaba chaw thoknaba madu honabiyo lakh ahum phangba ani phangba su yarongani kuntha phangba su yawri crore phangba su yawri aduna ai gi scheme ai gi project gi matung inani aduga always mayamna kawbiroi dabdi sidanga si library ba or my akoigi ngasi gi conference gi yangbiri ba live ta karida media da mayam tabi gadab da Manipur gi youth sing ngasa youth ta ya hajabudo thabuk subang ngam mi mayam punamak suning bagi wakhal lai mayam punamak ta sigi government si all the time mak infrastructure gi lam gi woiro infrastructure gi woiro financial assistance woiro matam punamak kai khoi thong launa hangaga mating pangnan ba lai mayam punna khoi jointly hona minasi haiba wafam kharsi thamaga I planning department once again aduga banki mayam once again I thagatsari jai hind thank you
We deeply thank the Honorable Chief Minister for all his wonderful address. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come towards the end of the program, may we request the Director of Planning Department, Shri T.H. Munindro Singh, to propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the organizing committee, Manipur Startup Conclave 2020, I extend heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Shri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister Manipur, for sparing his valuable time to be chief guest of the function. Indeed, Honorable Sir is the moving force for making a startup program success in the state. We, Manipur Startup team, politely salute the spirit of Honorable Shyam for his wise and wide vision for solving unemployment problems for unemployed youths of the state. Thank you, sir. I extend thanks and gratitude to Honorable Minister Bishwajit Singh for sparing his valuable time to be President of the function. Thank you, sir, for your valuable advice and suggestions on the issues. I extend thanks and gratitude to Honorable Ministers Shri Karam, Shyam, Shri Lepao Hawki, Shri Losi Dikho, B. Hankalea, Shri Awangbow, Newmai, Honorable Minister, for sparing your valuable time with us. Further, I extend my thanks and gratitude to Shri S. Rajan Singh, Honorable Deputy Chairman, State Planning Board, for guiding us, also sparing your valuable time to be guest of honor of Manipur Startup Conclave. I further extend thanks and gratitude to all honorable MLAs present in today's function. I further extend my thanks and gratitude to Shri Dr. Rajesh Kumar, IS Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, for sparing your valuable time with us. We, Manipur Startup team, has all along been guided and supported by you whenever necessary. We expect your continued support, sir. I also thanks and gratitude to administrative secretaries, head of departments present here for sparing your valuable time to make Manipur a Startup Conclave 2020. I further extend my thanks to bank representative to be in today's function. In fact, the spirit and attitude of the bank has helped Manipur Startup in today's platform. I also thanks and gratitude to all officers, staff of different departments present here. Further, I extend thanks and gratitude to members and beneficiaries under Manipur Startup scheme for making today's function grand successful. I extend thanks and gratitude to all members of print and electronic media for extending valuable support in making today's function successful. Our sincere thanks goes to Shri Deval, IS Commissioner of Planning, for his support and concern to make the event successful. Truly, he is the team leader of Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 with a positive attitude. Thank you, sir. I also thanks to all officers and staff of Planning Department, Manipur, and SLNA for tireless efforts put in for making the conclave successful. Lastly, I thank all for making successful Punamapu Thagaseri.
We thank Shri T.H. Munindro Singh, Director, Planning Department, for the lovely vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come towards the end of the program, I, on behalf of the Planning Department, Government of Manipur, thank all our dignitaries, invitees, guests, representatives from our partner banks, people from the media, and everyone who has graced this event to make it successful. With permission from the Chair, ladies and gentlemen, the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 has now come to an end. Please note, packed lunch will be served. Yes, sir. How is it? Packed lunch will be served to all attendees at the ground floor lobby. High tea for our dignitaries are being served at the second floor dining hall on the north side of the hall. May I request our officials to kindly escort our dignitaries to the dining hall. All beneficiaries who are yet to receive sanction letters and checks are kindly requested to collect the same from the counter outside the hall. Please follow SOPs for your own safety and everyone's. Ensure wearing of face mask, regular use of hand sanitizers, and maintain a safe distance of 6 feet among yourselves. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of the day. Pumnamangpo Kurumjari.